get the OSC up here, and we're gonna get rid of the Dave right here. And damn, I forgot I have a tournament to do. I downloaded the packs. Just had some stuff going on. We're doing Elite OSC Elite Rising Star. Shit. Number 4. And I thought I had everything set up, but I was a stupido and not feeling good. How do you do it? It's a monthly. You pay $5 a month to support. Everybody could. Please help Eddie out. You do get points for playing in my tournaments if you're the highest ranking in a tournament, any OSC ranked tournament. Let me just get this going and make sure we have this set up. Bada bang, bada boom. Let me go to this. We're going to go to the challenge for it. And now when I have this in, you guys will have the bracket. The bracket. And I'm going to make a tweet about it, and we are going to go into the games. After the amazing Frost Giant reveals interviews, now it's time for OSC. Elite Rising Star number 4. And we are getting into this. Bear with me. I thought I had this together. And I was so hyped about that, I totally forgot about this tournament. And again, I do have to grab some food in a few when it arrives. Well, let's get into the gaming, shall we? In just a moment. And the bracket, if you guys want to see it here, is right here. These were pre-played by the players. And the funny thing is, even though these are replays, the bracket is not updated until it is done. Running a little behind here. But that being said, we are going to be covering a round of 8, I believe. Let me just see here. And we're going to get everything queued up. Dave dropping the ball again. All right, let's go here, here. And we're going to drop this in here. Rising 4 Elite. Bay 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see if we have matcherinos for it too after. But yeah, you can't. Anybody could technically sign up for it. So our first matchup is Cuckoo versus Quantel. And I'm going to just post that. And we will be jumping into this series momentarily. All right. And again, I have to get my food though. Sorry to Mr. Eddie from OSC. Frost Giant hype. I'm pretty stoked. My order's been picked up, so it's going to be here probably after the first game. Bear with me. I'm going to be stuffing face for a bit as we do this. Let's go into game number 1, shall we? And here we are, getting her queued up. And it is a best of 3. Here we are, folks, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres. Representing Team Roddy, it is Cuckoo. And representing GDAT, which I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. It's been a minute since I got him. It is Quantel in the green. The Protoss versus Terran, Terran versus Protoss. The TVP for you, folks. Cuckoo has been a monster lately. Quantel, certainly no slouch. But let's see what these kids have in store for us. The OSC Elite Rising Star, number 4, day number 1. Let's go, fam. I'm looking forward to this. Also in the bracket, just to... Oops, I forgot to change the setting quick. Bear with me. We have a lot of games. Let me just do something real quick, actually. Apologies. Oops. Nothing we could have done better here. Now it's going to be fixed. Little scuffery, bear with me. It's the start of the game anyway, nothing to write home about too much. Now we'll have everything set. I had to do that because of the Frost Giant stuff. For Stormgate. Alrighty. And here we are. Got a nice little SCV scout from Mr. Cuckoo. Next is going down for Quantel, and it's just looking like a pretty standard setup. Curious to see what Cuckoo's opener is. It is going to be the reactors. Again, it's probably going to be a Reaper and a Marine, but who knows from Mr. Cuckoo going in. I'll do like the scouting, though. He's going to find out where the Reaper cliff is, and Protoss really has to drop another pylon right here to pretty much fully wall. Reaper can still get in from the north, but it's still not bad. Oh, look at that. Cuckoo actually was trying to block the pylon. That actually would have been a cheeky little strategy to block that Reaper wall right there. But still a pretty decent setup from Quantel, except for this pathing, guys. This is actually huge. Okay, he fixes the pathing with a shift click. So anybody that plays Protoss here on 2,000 atmospheres and walls like Quantel, make sure you're not rallied outside here, because what's going to happen is your Adeptus Stalker is going to get trapped right in this little choke point. You're basically going to be stuck walled in with no luck, unless you're doing Florencio strats of old, because, you know what? It is going to do some stuff. Guys, is that logo a little too big for you, too? It's going to be 2 Marines pushing out for the Adept. The Adept's actually just going to chill for a bit. Yeah, these Marines are going to be waiting for it to come out and try to catch some earlier damage. I like that reaction from Cuckoo, who is going into 1-1-1. He's got his double gas saturation. Factory almost completed. Marines just camping, ready to catch an Adept. It's going to be a double Adept Stargate opener from Quantel. Now, let's see what Mr. Cuckoo has in store for us. He's pumped out 4 Marines. Actually, he's pumped out 6 Marines. That's certainly going to make a dead Adept. Phoenix is the opener for Quantel. He's not going for an Oracle, so more than likely we're going to see Phoenix Colossus. It could be Phoenix Charge. We'll see the 6 Marine push. Ooh, this is actually going to be a little deadly. 3rd Adept is going to pop out by the time this pushes across the map. Obviously, Stem is not a dirty thought in its daddy mind yet. It is a 1-1-1 opener, so it's going to be Marines with a Hellion drop behind it, is what it looks like. I could be wrong. No, the Hellion's just going to go straight across, and then 2 Widow Mines after. Widow Mine drop behind. This is going to be a little annoying. I think Quantel has the right idea. It is going to drop a gate on the low ground. The problem is these Adepts getting out of position, and they're going to clean up the Marines, but these Hellions can reap havoc. Oh my god. The Shade is going to go chase that last Marine, but the Hellions are going to make their way in. Only a Phoenix to lift off one of the Hellions. Probes are forced to fight, but there's going to be a lot going down. 2 so far and counting 3. I could be wrong. No, it's 8 workers so far. Gosh. Decent reaction from Quantel, but it's just a little unlucky. That Hellion is going to continue to do the havoc. Adept's going to push across the map on the other side, but you know what? Altogether, it's not Could be a lot worse, but I don't see how. I guess after, it all depends on the Widow Mines. There's no energy left on the Phoenixes. These Adepts are going to go try to get some value, but guess what? These Widow Mines, are going to kill one more Adept. There's 2 Adepts alive, but this Hellions does so much damage. These Phoenixes desperately waiting for energy. Honestly, I wouldn't have hated to see a probe just push against this. Widow Mines killing yet again. Another Adept. But the Adepts trying to find some value here. Only 2 workers going down for Cuckoo. Cuckoo's in a fantastic position. There's been so much lost mining time. Our Protoss player hasn't even fixed his saturation on gas. Just having to focus on building probes, basically, and getting Phoenixes out. So all the tech is delayed. A 3rd base is delayed. Absolutely everything for our Protoss player has been completely delayed. Quantel is going to get a 3rd base, however. Cuckoo with a... Well, he's just going to continue on going in for stem combat shields. And I believe +1 with that eBay coming down for the 311 timing. This is just Stargate units, folks. If an observer behind this is probably not a bad idea. Oh, yeah, she's the Protoss. Let's go, boom. That being said, the Phoenix is going across the map. Is going to be a bit of a problem. Quantel is going to retreat with the Widow Mines. Cuckoo is going to retreat the Widow Mines, funnily enough. There are some Marines to defend, and the Viking is going to make this a bit of a problem with the missile turrets delayed just for a moment as the Phoenixes move back home. This Widow Mine drop behind this could be absolutely game-ending damage if our Protoss player does not get back. He has nothing to scout. This observer literally just pushing across the map. He already has vision here. I don't like this decision-making from Protoss. It's gonna be more Phoenixes, and that Widow Mine drop here. Do we get a boys pull at least? Oh no. Oh no, and it looks like it's not gonna be split. That's gonna be a lot of workers killed. Absolutely devastating, and they A-move the last Widow Mine. That is so many workers lost. Oh dear lord, 23 in total. They're on even workers right now. Is there an armory actually? No, there's no armory, so these could be all dead Widow Mines, and the Immortal gonna clean up the last one. So, alright, we just have our first Colossi on the way. Army supply well in favor of Cuckoo. He does have stem and, well, combat shields finished first, stem and +1. Gonna finish up with this push. It is a double tank push with, actually reinforcements are gonna come in, but the Phoenixes are gonna scout this. The only good thing going for Quantel at the moment is the Colossi potentially popping out. I don't know if these Phoenixes have to do a good job of picking off reinforcements, being annoying and slowing the advance, because that Colossi is a ways away. Shield battery just now going down in the natural. 3rd base is secured, but he needs a lot, and these are just 4 Adepts, Phoenixes, and 1 Colossi and Immortal. That's going to be a tough hold, especially with no battery, but guess what? The 3rd base is going to be pushed on. Stim is activated. Tank is sieged. There's a tank on the back, but you know what? The army of our Protoss player actually not doing too bad. Quantel almost kills a tank, but that's just not going to be enough DPS. The Immortal looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Oh, I would have loved to see a retreat, but it's not. So many Phoenixes lost. This could just be game. Extended Thermal Lance in the way. Slow Zealots morphing. There is a ton of energy, though, in the Phoenix. Gonna buy some time, but you know what? The Stem Marines, etc., are gonna come in, and the Marauders just gonna chew through, absolutely destroy the Colossi. And it looks like that's GG. Cuckoo takes game number 1. All right, with that said, let me take a look on my food order here. We got a Hungry Dave. Okay, I gotta check on my food. We'll be right back. Dave has returned with food. So we're going to get back into the series, but I am going to eat. Got myself a beef Greek salad. Rice. Some pita. And some tzatziki. I didn't get a gyro. What up, Sibajan? We're going to move on to game 2 in a minute. Better with me. And it is Cuckoo versus Quantel. But I am going to get a little bit of this. Bear with me. Oh, buddy. Food OP when you're starving. Too much money spent, but you know what? This is meal of the day. Let's see. Let's move along to game number 2. And here we go. Oh my god, that's horrible, Sibajan. I'm sorry to hear about your kitty. Sorry, chat. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes, representing Team Roddy, it is Cuckoo in the blue. And his Protoss opponent in the upper right, representing GDAT, it is Quantel in the red. I'm sorry to hear about your cat, Sibajan. How you doing, Duck Cuddler? Did I bring enough for chat? Yes, this is a lot of salad. There's plenty to go around of Dave's salad. Mr. Duck Cuddler, alright. Damn, I am sorry about your cat, Siba. That's rough. And the expense. Wow, that's awesome. At least your cat's securing that Cuckoo, looking like he's securing a proxy. This could be a quick series. Oh no, he's actually just going for the scout. It is just going to be a little scouterino from Mr. Cuckoo. Bear with me, we're going to follow the probe though. Mr. Probius. Sorry, Mr. Cuckoo and Quantel. Cuckoo, one of my favorite Terran players. Such a nice kid. But I'm really impressed with his improvement. Oh my god, he's going for an eBay block. And forcing a triangle third from Quantel. That is going to be quite annoying for our Protoss to deal with. Gotta mauled when you have that happen as a Protoss player. Sorry, chat. Imagine having all food that you can't just eat with one hand. You know? Not that I could have done better there. But I'm glad to hear your cat's healing well. Or at least on the mend, Sibajan. Alrighty. It's going to be more of the same. A reactor. High ground CC from Cuckoo, who was expecting a zealot. Just kind of being safe. Oh my god, Cuckoo immediately killing the Roomba. This is good stuff, people. Alright, our Protoss player does get a shield battery in the mineral line, expecting a Reaper. Funnily enough, these guys are like their own opponents. They're playing into their head. Quantel again with a Stargate opener. What's the score? Oh, sorry, the score is Cuckoo is up a game. So, I am watching this new just like you guys are, even though they are replays. Never before aired. Alright. So here we have it. And it looks like Cuckoo is just going to have his orbital flying down. He is going into 3 racks this game. Quantel going for the Oracle, which is not a bad idea, but he has to be careful not to lose it to all these Marines. Stim is coming a lot quicker with 3 racks, of course. And thank you, Duck Cuddler, for reminding me to update the score. Let's see where Mr. Oracle is going. Ooh, Oracle and Adepts. This is reminding me of, like, PvP. So we got double Adept pressure with the Oracles, but these Adepts, because of the micro, might just die right away. Oh, but there's actually Marines here to greet the Oracle right away. Oracle has to be careful. Adept shading, and Cuckoo's just set up so well. There's Marines everywhere. 2 Adepts aren't going to do much, and the Oracle went down behind us with no... literally, like, next to no damage. That was insanely good trades for the start of a TVP for our Terran player. Quantel is going for Blink behind us. I don't know how much I agree with a Blink follow-up to a Stargate opener and 3-rack scouting. Granted, at the same time, you guys know what I would say. Our Protoss player, I think would I'd say DT charge. If you're going that route, at least go for charge lots. It is going to be a stem combat shield timing. Granted, they get a little pulverized for stem. It's just the Marauders are going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, there's only 2 Marauders, though. Little lethargic on the Protoss side. Army only has 10 supply of army. Losing the Oracle was rough. Another Oracle would have been a good play, too, because, you know, you could have a Stasis Wardy. Which could potentially have just saved him. 4 Stalkers, Blink not done. This is rough. Concussive Shell on the way. Oh, these Stalkers are in a lot of trouble. Battery overcharge is called. Boys are pulled, but guess what? They can't get enough surface area here. The shield battery fell. Oh, and the Stalkers get blocked by the probes. Very unfortunate. This could be a very quick end of the game. We will see. Blink is going to finish up. One of the Marauders is going to go down, but ultimately there's just not a lot here. Battery overcharge already been used. It was putting the game in a rough state. A little missed micro from the Stalker. The nerves are gone, and guess what? Game number 2 goes to Cuckoo. He advances on in the series. That is the first series. Moving on next. If you guys want to take a look at the bracket too. The bracket is right here. And again, this is the Online Sports Championship. If you guys want to support it, take a look at the website. Is membership starting from $1. You can even donate. It helps keep these tournaments that have been going on for a long time. And it's absolutely great for StarCraft. They've been going on for years. Shout out to Eddie, SC2, for the tremendous work he does for as a community. Oops, sorry. Dave being the scumbag that he is, eating while trying to cast. Maybe I'll take a few minutes between somewhere in here. Especially with the type of food I got, though. This it's a little bit of poor planning on my part because I forgot about this. Huge thanks to all you. Whoop, 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 whoop. We already watched this. Bear with me. Moving on to the next series. And I will tell you where we're at right after this. And stuff in my face in the interim. Next series is Poppy versus Kiris. This should be a good one, too. Will it be a coin sweep? Coin sweep. Or are we going to get on to a 3-game series? Again, a best of 3 is what we got in store for us. A little PVZ for us, folks. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Ice and Chrome, representing Platinum Heroes, it is Poppy, the blue Protoss. And his opponent in the lower left, representing PM. What team is this? It is... Let's take a look. It is Kiris in the pink. Our pink Zorg. I cannot read that. Well, something. It's a P and it's an M, and he's pink. I'm gonna look that up after this. I'm curious. Anybody know what that team is? I've definitely casted Curious plenty of times. Well, a few times. Drone. Ooh, we got a proxy hatch. It's Cheese the Protoss. I think Boom brought this to us in spirit just from being here earlier. Cheese the Protoss. And Ice and Chrome is an old map, so I would like to add that's really cool they're using old maps for this. I actually kind of miss this map a little bit. It's a blast from the past. Very cool stuff. I never thought I would say that, but this map actually was kind of cool for some things. Pretty standard, but had the Zelnaga watchtowers. Decent distance. Alright. Zealot is going to be chronoed out. It is just going to be a core, not a double gate. And you know what? This is just going to be a block. Probe going to be annoying too. Going to scout out. There's no pool. So this isn't exactly full on cheese, but pretty committed. I think we're going to see an Evo. Oh no, this is gonna, I think this may actually go to finished. It is kind of so close. No, it's not. Oh, jumps right on top of the drone though. That's huge. Creep's gonna take a while to dissipate, but yeah, you want to go right on top of the drone because you got to make sure it does not drop an Evo chamber, because that's just basically, that just puts you in a horrible position for our Protoss player. Adept is coming out at a decent time. Pretty good delay on that Nexus though from our Zerg player. But he is going to be down a drone. Oh, actually, I'm going to try to keep it alive and be annoying all the time. And is it going to be a Stargate opener? Well, it's not, because there's not going to be enough gas for much. Okay, it is going to be a Stargate opener. Poppy just going to be securing his gas in a bit. Our Zerg player just droning up behind us, getting queens. Not really going for any lings yet. He's put enough delay where he can just skip the lings and actually get in a better macro position. Though he did lose some minerals from the hatch cancel and the Evo cancel. Drone is going to get a full scout of the Stargate. This is working out very well for Curious. Adept does go and find... Okay, did find a ling. Or a drone, I couldn't know which, but... Okay, it is going to be another proxy. What the hell, another proxy hatch? I don't know if this is going to end up working out as well for the Zerg now. Because our Protoss just has a Zealot there going on this. Stalker coming in. A Zealot and a Stalker should be good. Oracle on the way. From Mr. Poppy. Meanwhile, Zerg getting metabolic boost. Is on basically 2 base sats. Actually, he's going to be able to start saturating his third at 352. That's pretty good. Is he going to go for a fourth? Is the question pretty soon. Full wall is done. Warp gate is complete from our Protoss player. So realistically, there's 262 minerals and 2 drones dead for our Zerg players. So in terms of losses, it's actually starting to stack up. But the delay on Protoss is pretty huge. Passion Mercs, thank you. Really appreciate that, Duck Cuddler. So, Curious of the Passion Mercs. Okay, still in a horrible third base for our Protoss player, all things considered. Our Zerg player is looking like he's going for a little move out with some speedlings, as link speed is going to finish here. Not too much pressure, though. And there are enough defensive units for Protoss to take care of this. Though he's going to hope he doesn't have to use any Pulsar Beam energy against the Lings. Yeah, it's a decent amount of Lings, actually. Spore Crawler's going down. And just an Adept and a Zealot might be a little bit of a problem to deal with this. But they should ultimately clean this up. The Zealot's going to tank. The Stalker's going to join the fight. It is all cleaned up. And the double Oracle trying to move in to get some pressure. But the Queen's camping very nice next to the spawning pool and the to the extractor. Sorry, the gas geyser, I should say. There's no extractor yet. Okay, third base is about to establish for Protoss. And we don't see a fourth base just yet from Curious. Poppy is getting his Twilight and his Forge. So he's a little delayed. He does have a third Oracle. Looks like he's going to go for the hero build. Though delayed, he's still going to stick to his plan. Going for the hero build. Couple Stalkers out. Poppy always likes his Blink Stalkers, to be honest, anyway. Anytime I catch him. So, probably not much of an adjust. Planned in the meta at the moment. Oh, he does save this last Oracle. That's pretty big. To keep all 3 Oracles alive. Blink quite delayed, but all in all, Poppy's getting some trades. And holding... He kept his third up. So it's Blink and +1. This is all speedlings with +1 melee from our Zerg. Oh, okay, he does have his Roach Warren still. But we don't have any Roaches as of yet. Glial Reconstitution also on the way for our Zerg. Protoss securing a quick 4th, though, behind this. Okay, he's starting to make up for the hero build for that Zerg kind of economy. Our Zerg player just getting a 4th. The counter pressure from Poppy. This is so much better of a... I swear. I love it so much better than it's been with Void Rays and bullshit. All the time. I mean, hopefully this adapts and evolves, and I'm sure we're going to see more and more of the stylistic flares of each player. But yeah. Oh, man. The Stalker is going to block in the natural for Mr. Poppy, but this is a lot of lings. +1 is not done yet. But yeah, that's a damn lot of lings, and they may just deny the 4th. Nope. Gonna get scared away from 3 Oracles. Nice Stasis Wardies from our Protoss player. He's gonna full wall this 3rd. That's actually a smart move against somebody going that heavy in the lings. Banelings are gonna be on the way. We do have a Bane Nest and Trivical Hooks just completing. Or no, it's just actually the Bane Nest just completed. But +1 and Banelings. So it's gonna be Ling Bane Roach Ravager from our Zerg player. So far, just heavily focusing on the lings. First Roach is on the way. Stalkers are going to help contest the lings and kind of chase them around, get them to chase around the map. First Roach is out. Glial Reconstitution done. Centrifugal Hooks on the way. And +1 melee is going to finish probably causing our Zerg to come in. Hey, what up, Reza? What's going on? We got some big old Ravager move out. That is actually a pretty big push. Unfortunately for our Protoss, that's not going to be Ling Bane pushing. That is Roach Rav, and that's going to be a lot of lost production pretty quickly, most likely. Okay, Protoss is going to push across the map. I don't know about this. Oracle's doing absolutely nothing, too. That's pretty funny. Poppy kind of not respecting the opponent. Though he is going on +2 ground weapons, he's going to lose a lot of probes in the process. 16 probes fall, however, the counter push is what's going to be also interesting. The +1 lings starting to get him out of stasis as they go and put some pressure on. This Stalker's going to fall for sure. A lot of gateways going down. These stasis wards not activating, just the ling hitting it. And you know what? Not really much was going down on the other side. Charge is going to complete shortly, but oof, not before this 3rd base is likely to go down. Actually, it does stay. There's 5 bases for our Protoss, though. This is crazy. Welcome, Reza. Nazaro Bari. This is a lot of good value for our Zerg players. So let's take a look at the trades. They're pretty even. A lot of Zerg army has gone down. A hatch was sniped. So that ended up being... It's kind of normalizing, but our Zerg player being behind the base is pretty rough, to say the least. He's just reestablishing a 4th. Our Protoss has 5 bases, so he can get 5 probes at a time. Has a lot of production still, though a lot was depowered. And all this walling is going to prevent some movement from our Protoss for a bit, but at the same time... he can certainly get around it with mostly Blink. I do like that he has some charge lots in. Photon Cannon. Duo is going to complete, but guess what? The bigger push happening at the south side, at the 3 o'clock position base. Cuckler. Oh my goodness. Lings and Banes, Roaches and Ravagers pushing in Oracle's still alive for the moment anyway. I think that... Okay, he's got a couple of them. There's all 3 of them. Which is going to be pretty nice. Oh, Zealot's going into the... Oh my god. Zealot's going in, charging headfirst into the Banelings. Probably not the play. But still, he didn't lose the probes, I guess. It's kind of a tough call there, I guess. But decisions had to be made. And that is what our Protoss player did. Ultimately, he looks like he's cleaning this up. Kira's still ahead on Army, but our Protoss player is going to clean this up. Everything else is defensive. It does not eat any biles. Okay, Overlord is going uncontested on the map. You got Scouterlings. Kyrus has some really good map vision. He is going into +2 melee. Doesn't have any ranged attacks. Going into a Hydra Den. Is he going into Lurkers? We do have a 5th base going down for Zerg player. 6th base going down for our Madman Protoss. And he is on 81 workers. Going for +2, actually +3 ground weapons and armor. He's going for that double forge play that you see out of the hero build. It's a lot of lings, but Zealots and Archons are going to certainly help chew this up. Oracle's not paying attention. But there's going to be a Baneling connection, possibly just going to end this Nexus's life, or they're going to go around and try to get some worker kills, which they will ultimately do. Okay, they go to kill the pylon. I guess decisions had to be made and kill a photon cannon, but the rest of this is going to be cleaned up. Big push coming from Poppy, and you know what? With +3 on the way, it should finish somewhere in this fight. He's in a great spot. He doesn't have a robo. As is pretty common with this build. But a lot of his armies gathered here fighting a lot of the Zerg, but he's just ahead in army supply. Almost maxed out, and with these upgrades, that's really going to be rough for our Zerg player. A nice little Stalker run by on the northwestern side, killing some Overlords, temporarily supply blocking just momentarily our Zerg player, and oh my good lord, these biles. I'm going to go find some value. Zealots and Archons, Stalkers behind us. It's some crazy stuff. We got some gamers gaming here. Oh my dear lord. This Archon looks like it's in a lot of trouble. It is going to ultimately fall. There's no A move. I would have liked to seen him A move in. With the other one going to go tank all the Banes. I do like that. There's a decent number of Roach Rev, but the Stalker count's not horrible. The others going and putting pressure on, forcing transfuses, taken away from injects for our Zerg player. There's a weird fight going on 2 fronts. Don't know how it's going to pan out in total. Oop, Vile's going down. Stalkers do eat them, but they do have a great aggressive blink. And the army kind of split up is pretty good for our Protoss player. Poppy is certainly putting Kyrus on his back foot now with the cheeky opener of the proxy hatches in this game. You have some good jerky? That sounds good, Duck Cuddler, by the way. Ravens liking the Banes to win games. Alright. We're going to see some damage. Poppy does have to respect these Banelings a bit, though. Stalker's gonna be potentially just surrounded here by the Lings. They're trying their best to kite, but there's so many Lings, okay? A lot of the Roach Rav, though, getting completely shut down, but he has to be mindful of the Banes. The Ling Bane is a problem, and the Banelings especially, because he needs these Zealots to fight the... The army. Kyrus calls it, and Poppy takes it for Platinum Heroes in game number 1. Moving on to game number 2. In just a moment. I need to get a splash. Some custom Dave splash screens here. Or scene transitions, rather. Alright, here we are. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad. Representing Platinum Heroes, it is Poppy. And representing the Passion Mercs, give it up for our pink Zerg player. Look at this, Kyrus. In our game number 2, another proxy hatch. This guy loves his proxy hatches as much as Bly and Boom. Holy heck and heck. I wonder if Kyrus is actually going to cheese this game. It is a 15 proxy hatch. I don't like that he's just going to, Actually, I think he's still going to pull it off again. We don't see a pull behind it, obviously, because he doesn't have the minerals yet. He's going to go for another block. Looks like he... let's see what he does. Looks like he's going to try to secure a base behind it, but our probe might get a block. That could be huge. If the second base gets denied... Oh, it's going to be a pull. A 16 pull proxy hatch opener. This time there's a forge. I do like the forge opener immediately. In this case... Oh my god, he's trying to go for a cannon rush, but unfortunately there's a pool behind us. Drone gonna try to secure this. Lings are gonna be out by the time a cannon can complete, but this is gonna be a funny one. Cheese begets cheese, folks. This is the Zerg cheese and the Protoss cheese and the Zerg. Boom likes it. Boom likes it. Chat, what do you think? Oh yeah, cheese the Protoss. Oh my god, Poppy actually using 5-head play. Full walling from the high ground, but Lings could just kill that. Here's the hope, and he cancels this pylon. He is gonna go and continue to do so. The drone does get the... Oh my god, this game is crappy as hell. This is definitely a banger. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a clown fiesta. And I'd like to point out that today is 6/9. It's nice. It is a proxy cyber core? What the hell? No, it's a robo. It's a robo. But that robo is going down. Poppy really needs to cancel this robo, and he doesn't have anything to contest. Oh, my dear lord, not like this. The hatch, he didn't build... Oh my god, he's gonna be a spine crawler. He's too busy. Not like this, Poppy. This is not looking good for our Protoss player now. He has no backwards pylon, and has no idea there's a hatch there. My god. Banelings is better than roaches in this case. I still like the roaches, but yeah, I think in this case that would definitely be better. I actually, honestly, spine crawlers, queens and wings into banes, I think would be... I'm totally with you, Boom. He is gonna try to get those spines. He's gonna try to keep the Rav. I think he's gonna have to cancel. No, that Rav is gonna pop. Oh, very good drone micro though. But he is ultimately gonna lose it. Banelings wins this, yeah. I think it would just have been insta GG. Photon cannon is gonna complete scaring the Lings away. And yeah. All these Lings are not going to be paid attention to because there's a lot more micro with the Roaches, Ravagers, and drones going. No pylon yet. Oh, actually, there is a pylon and a battery going down, but the pylon's in a forward position, and I do not like that for a Protoss player. He's going to lose his Stalker. That Stalker is actually pretty huge in the defense. Beautiful probe micro from our Protoss player. And I believe this could be a hold. We got a little bit of a Reaper kind of play out of our Zerg player from Curious. Oh my god, that Roach is just dead. I gotta say, I do like the Stalkers. There's a natural down for our Protoss. Our Zerg just getting one, but obviously Protoss is not too concerned about saturating the NAT yet. If he gets a Robo down in the natural, that's just like GG with more batteries. That is the hold, in my opinion. I mean, hell, he could even have built a cannon, but we don't have a battery on the low ground. Creep spread out is a little rough. Yeah, he could even have a robo on the high ground, truthfully. Okay, nice cancel. These Stalkers are holding. The battery's going down, but the second battery's gonna complete. Oh, he's gonna lose a Stalker again. That's 2 Stalkers down. The trades are a little wanky. Ling's gonna go to the natural, preventing mining behind this. That battery's still barely staying alive. I think that backwards battery did repower it a little bit. Oh my gosh. This Kira's doing Lings, getting that pressure in the NAT again. Just 4 of them though. Not really worried about the SCVs, the probes. So eventually that could be a bit of a problem. But yeah, the Roaches are trading out. a little less efficiently now, but Stalker is gonna heal. Do we have battery overcharge available again? We do. Stalker's slowly killing this. We do have warp gate now, do we? Yeah, no. Huh? No warp gate. Just one gateway production for... That's actually kind of scary for Protoss. That cannon rush response, that was not a good idea. I don't think that was the play. That was not a good decision. Boom, getting scared of the probe. Funnily enough, we are gonna have another gate. No warp gate still. Oh my god. This game is something. Photon cannon is attempting. Oh, it gets killed! Poppy is toying with us. He's mauling from the Zerg in his base. I mean, he's still holding, but I do like that Kyrus is macroing behind us. That's what's scarier. That is certainly what's scarier. But ultimately, Kyrus is behind on workers. Do we have any injects going on back there? Probably barely. This game's stressing you out? Word. You'll hot boom until your fuel runs out. That's funny. With the probe. Boom's like, it's giving me flashbacks. Yeah. Poppy just wins this. The worker count, the army count, this is just a W for Protoss. Actually a really good hold, but it almost was not. And we're heading into mass stalkers, push across the map, a move. Green Ultralisk, he did a move. And yeah, after this hatch is gone, we do have a Twilight, no Robo though, so creep can still be spread. That's actually kind of funny. And Warp Gate is on its way. Funnily enough, we're just now getting Warp Gate. He's gonna... No damage to the Stalker. Oh, what do we got over here? Proxy Pylon, third hatch is scouted. +1 in link speed on the way, but there's just not enough drones. There wasn't enough droning behind it for our Zerg player, who's not gonna have link speed for a while. What up, Mr. Green? Blue Ultralisk. Mr. Green. And these lings aren't gonna have speed for a bit. Actually, they will before. These are just pure stalkers. +1 gonna finish well before blink. That should help a bit, but speed lings against stalkers are pretty good if you get enough numbers. And Hydralisk, interesting. We're now going into Hydras for Kyrus, but I don't think it's gonna matter. That many stalkers is gonna force a cancel. Should force a cancel on his hatchery. Yeah, that's just too much DPS. And does he cancel? Yep, does get the cancel, loses a drone. So this is 2 base Zorg versus 3 base Protoss. With +1 and blink on the way, well before the melee attacks of Zerg. Alright, we do have a photon cannon. Groove Spines is the response from our Zerg player. Blink not quite done yet. Photon cannon is going to help a bit with the probes attacking. Now more stalkers coming in to try to fight this. But a lot of probes are going to go down. Still doesn't matter. The base count is too good. Lots of lings. And blink is going to complete. These are +1 blink stalkers. Army supply 36 to 16. 11 hydras on the way. Could be pretty good. But I don't know, mate. Alright, lings coming back in for more damage, but the blink is going to be too much. Trapping the lings behind the mineral line. That's not good for Mr. Kyrus. Yeah, Poppy looks like he is going to A-move. Mr. Green's here to show it. And Groove Spines is going to be helpful a little, but Their Hydra's pretty good against Stalkers, but the supply don't lie. And the fact that we have Blink could actually be different. And +1. Muscular Augment's on the way for Zerg. With his interesting Hydraless response. Dare I say. And 3 Overlords going down. That's like the nail in the coffin. Would like to see charge follow-up from Poppy, though. He's going to go take a 4th base. If you start seeing that many Hydras, you know it could be even cheekier follow-up. Even a Robo. Oh no, there's no A move. In losing a Stalker, there was a nice snipe at least. A little misclick from our Zerg on the rocks. Muscular Augment's not finished yet in this fight. Don't really like a fight in a choke with a better concave for the Zerg. That just kind of gave him some more time, but I think Poppy's just playing with his food at this point. Again, Muscular Augment's quite good though. Alright. Little quicker Hydras on the way. And we're gonna see that speed kick in real time. There it is. They're a little zippier, they're a little peppier, and they're a little dead. Still more versus left, GG. And that was a good Cheese the Protoss game. Well played by both of them. Congrats to Poppy. Before moving on. I forgot the update. Okay, no, we didn't. So that was another series. Next up, we have Xiaomek versus Forjumikiss. Mr. Forjumi. Oh my god, guys, look at this. I just saw a great tweet from some drunk Canadian. Totally not an ADD moment. Decided to visit Dave at Princeton, but apparently he's not at Princeton, British Columbia. Look at this, guys. I never knew there was a Princeton, British Columbia. I don't know about you guys. Too fucking funny. I never knew.
Hey Dave, where did you learn that build from? Princeton University.
Yeah, that's some... Alright, let me just update this. Alright. Poppy versus Kiris. Now moving on to Xiaomek versus Forujumi. Actually, what team is... Xiaomek? He is on Blazer. Xiaomek versus Forujumi. Berserker Esports Forujumi. The memes indeed. Some drunk Canadian 2 base. Oops. And moving on to game number 1. Will we get a 3-game series? Or is it just going to be a walk in the park? Okay. And here we have it. Little PvP. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance. An upcoming map. I believe it is Forjumi for Berserker Esports in the blue. And his opponent in the red. Representing Blazer, it is Xiaomek. Yeah, this map is hella light. Shit it's like glow in the dark. I can literally light my room up green with this with this map. Just a monitor in this map. Actually, a couple monitors in this map would light up your whole room. For reals. And maybe it's the floor stuff there. Yeah, me too. You know what? I could adjust the gamma. You know what? Let's see. Let's just do that. Oops, sorry guys. We're gonna just do this for our sake of our eyeballs. Oh, I can't do it in game. That's very unfortunate. Are you serious? I never knew you couldn't do that in game. Unlucky. Ungoddamn lucky. I guess we're gonna be stuck with the brightness. Or maybe it's just something on my end otherwise. I thought you could adjust gamma while playing. Exactly. Dark mode. Feel like we're using Microsoft Word in a map. For Jimmy going to look for the low ground. Adjust the game on the monitor. Yeah, that'll help you guys out. It'll help Dave out, but not you guys. Oof. Although. Yeah, Green, I was gonna do that. It won't let me change the in-game gamma. I could do it. Well, who knows? This game could be over pretty quickly. For all we know, our eyes might be saved. And let's take a look in the middle of the map. I forgot who designed this map, but geez. They must have been wearing sunglasses when they made this map, is my only thought. Imagine making maps with sunglasses. This is what you get as a result. You get Moon Dance. A pretty cool looking map though, otherwise. If it wasn't so bright, this is actually, I kind of like it. It reminds me of maps of yesteryear. A little smaller, interesting pathing, interesting base location. Alright. You know something? I have the mod still, and I might have to get rid of that. This is not ESL Pro Tour, but I might have to get rid of this mod. Because, oops, that's the DreamHack stuff still in my game. Rip Dave actually making OSC DreamHack. I gotta ask them about that. I could probably just rename the mod file. And, be good to go for the next series. Raven liking the probe emote. Okay, it is double stalker, double sentry from Forjumi. Zalmek is just going for the stalkers. He is going for a, well, it looks like 3-gate. No, it's 2-gate blink. It's gonna be 3-gate blink, maybe a 4th gate coming down. No proxy. A lot of aggro going on. He is going to force to cancel the battery and potentially snipe the pylon, but more units coming from Forjumicus. And behind this, though, oh my god, 2 adepts doing so much work from Forjumi. Getting 4 probes and going to mess with, yeah, it's certainly going to mess with Mr. Zalmek. 8 workers went down. It's now 26 to 16 workers for Forjumi in favor with 2 bases versus 1 base. I'm no mathematician, folks, but I think this just is not trading out too well for Zalmek. Our Blazer Red Protoss player. Forjumi's just being patient, mining up, killing the rocks, gonna send an hallucination. He knows he did a lot of damage, and he did force a more aggressive play out of Zalmek, which he scouted. He scouted the Twilight. The creep enables dark mode on this map. True, there is Zerg. But everything's so shiny. Alright. Nothing really countering for Forjumi. He's just going to play defensive now. Is going to be alright for the moment. That pylon is really in a lot of rough shape. That did not work out to Forjumi's favor, but he is going to get another battery behind this, interestingly enough. But one Artosis pylon with a lot of damage means this could go very rough for Forjumicus. Forjumi does have Blink on the way too. Force Field's gonna help out a bit. Buying him some time. But once Blink finishes, it's Kirk down. It is Kirktown. All right. Yeah, it is just a proxy pylon 3-gate. Blink is about to finish for Jumi now. Got a little snipe from Zhao Mech, who has a bigger army, but Jumi with defender's advantage. Just a bit. Alright. And yeah. Dave ASMR cast. Totally not eating. And yeah, this is gonna be a lot to done. Ooh, Jumi has a lot of really damaged stalkers, but he's also out of batteries. However, the numbers game is starting to tip in his favor. And Zhao Mech also losing a lot. This is looking like the end of Zhao Mech. GG. And our German blue Protoss player takes it. Very well done by Jumicus. Those Deps got so much work done behind this. And yeah, bear with me just a second, folks. All right, guys. Hey, Berry Crunch followed me 5 hours ago. What? Oof. Well, gamers, sorry about that. I have some health stuff continuing on, even though yesterday... Called it yesterday was a bad idea. Oh, damn. Barry might have been another one that was like, damn, Dave, I thought I was following you. Or lost it. Yeah, Barry. Barry Crunch is now Twitch partner. Let's heckin' go. Yet another StarCraft friendo. Alright, moving on to game number 2. Ooh, Day 9 is going to be doing the next stuff for Frost Giant. Alright. Anyway, moving on to game number 2 on 2,000 Atmospheres, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. It is our Blue Protoss player, Forjumi, from Berserker Esports. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Blazer, it is Xiaomek in the red. Alright. Funnily enough, and goddamn, I can't get over this. Some drunk Canadian finding Princeton, British Columbia. That just made my day. And boom like that, too. Cuck Duckler. Now you're different.
Hey Dave, where did you learn that build from? Princeton University.
Alright, looks like we got a 2-gate setup from both Xiaomek and Forjumicus on the way. Let's see what happens. Princeton University. What do we got in store from us from these crazy guys? Forjumi not going for 2-gate cannon rush this time. Yeah, that was all Green Ultralisk made that sound clip. Just like the original ones, Caveman Jack. Alright, gamers. We do have the proxy pylon for Forjumi. Is it going to be metagame or is he going to do something with it? That is the question. I believe he might do something with it. But we'll find out. Now he's going to look around for proxies on his own, too. And take the Zelnaga? No, yeah, he's going to take it and then just go scout. Where's Caveman Jack? He was here yesterday, Raven. Is that a sad face, by the way? Or a smile? I've seen you do... Oh, you do a backward smile sometimes. It is a sad face. You ate all your jerky? Beef jerky can be hella good, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Probe is going to try to go into Xiaomek's base from Forjumi. It's a Stalker Sentry opener from Xiaomek. Forjumi going for the double Stalker. A little more aggressive. Is going to get the pylon in, though. And the Probe may just escape. It does have a lot of its health depleted. Double Stalker scouted by the forming pylon. At least one of the Stalkers, at least. Xiaomek going for a quicker Nexus. Forjumi... looks like he's going for yet another proxy, but no, he's gonna set up for a Nexus. Ooh, is this probe gonna get scouted? Yeah, it is. Apparently not. Probe manages to live to see another day, and potentially proxy after. Xiaomek looking for proxies, okay, because there was a proxy pylon earlier. Duck jerky, oh my goodness. Oh mein Gott, as Mr. Green would say. Alright, we do have a shield battery. Going down in the net for Xiaomek. Forjumi doesn't even have a pylon there yet. He is going Twilight as well. Everybody with these Twilight openers lately. This time we got a Robo from Xiaomek. Okay, he cancels, gets a Twilight in response and a Forge. Forjumi, no Forge. But he is going to start warping in some Stalkers for some pressure. I don't know if he can do too much, though. 2 sentries, 3 stalkers, a battery, and a backwards position pylon's pretty good. And if he needs to, a boys pull. Oops, sorry about that. Neither player's gonna have blink just yet. But Fort Jumi is not just on like a one base all in here. He does have a decent stalker count, but ooh, the force field is pretty good. Battery overcharge is gonna just totally get rid of the impactfulness of these stalkers. And Fort Jumi's gonna lose a couple in the process. Barely saves that one, but that is certainly next to dead. Okay, battery overcharge is deactivated and on cooldown. Oh, Fort Jumi using the adepts. I do like this. The probe in the main base between actually, ooh, not going to be too helpful here. But Fort Jumi is going to pounce, having an attack of opportunity with the adepts getting the stalkers out of place. Going to be able to clean up a lot of these units as the battery's depleted. Yeah, he's actually taking a pretty good fight. Going for a 3rd base behind it. What a Chad. But he is not going to have that +1 as his opponent is. Both players are going to have blink at a pretty similar time, though. Xiaomex is going to be a little behind. Fuck sandwich? What's a fuck sandwich, cuck? Ha! Got him. Reza, that is pretty funny. Oh, good old Cucko Bari. Where's Cucko's sidekick? Yeah, exactly. Or Cucko side cuck, you said. I forgot what it was. 3rd base going down for Xiaomek behind this. It is a mature stream, folks, so just keep that in mind. Though that's debatable, because I don't think any of us are very mature here. The Depth's continually trying to shade in and forcing those blocks. Fort Jumi's gone to retreat. Trying to regroup. He's going to have his blink finally, but +1's finished for Xiaomek. Oof. Biggest oofus. Xiaomek with a little bit of an army supply lead, but this +1 is going to be quite nice for him because he has blink as well. However, more adepts shading in. Oh my god, the battery's going to temporarily prevent this from causing anything. How many workers go down? It was 1 damaged adept, but still. 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we get 6 workers? No battery in the main. Adept makes it in, and we'll find potentially another couple workers. Adept is surrounded, but is going to get... Ooh, another worker. 7 workers going down. That's pretty nice catches for Fort Jumi. However, yeah, that proxy pylon is starting to actually gain a little bit of momentum. That's a cuck meat sandwich. It's me. It's them between you and Samo. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, Fort Jumi managed to squeeze out an Immortal. Has slow zealots mostly, but no charge on the way. He's going for the Templar Archives. Again, behind on the upgrades, but having a power unit and some tanking slow zealots, which will have charge, I believe, ahead of his opponent. Yeah, actually there's no War Prism or anything to reinforce for Xiaomek. Fort Jumi's fighting to save this battery and just trying to keep these stalkers alive because he doesn't have the supply. Ooh, the sentry goes down though for Xiaomek. Fort Jumi has to be a little careful though. He might overextend. Okay, that was a beautiful blink forward. On the other end, actually charge and Templar are gonna finish Fort Jumi momentarily. A little ahead of Xiaomek with +1. Xiaomek almost has +2 though. Jumi has the Observer, and yeah, this is going to be Zealots morphing in. Charge is going to complete here, and the Zealot's going to be marching into the natural with not much left to defend us back home. You'll be handcuffed? It's contagious, Reza. It's contagious. Zealot's going to fight into a shield battery. Xiaomek out in the middle of the map. Fort Jumi has a better quality army, but again, behind on upgrades is a little rough, but Xiaomek now has his charge lots in the fight. The couple of Fort Jumikis. Alright, with that being said, Xiaomek is going to push out. Fort Jumi going to send a War Prism in behind us, potentially. The Immortal and the charge lot's going to be a big help in this fight. a little bit more of a diverse unit comp than just Blink Stalkers. And Forjumi's just going to take the fight anyway. +3 on the way for Zhamek, though. Forjumi not upgrading behind it, but he's just going to push ahead in A move. But the Warp Prism goes down. Another Warp Prism immediately in production for our German Protoss. Meanwhile, behind this, there's Zealots warping in and some in defense in the third base. However, another charge lot run by. This is going to be potentially a multi... Okay, never not. Forjumi's going to reposturing on the east side, taking his Alnaga Watchtower. Gonna push the 4th and do a run. Little warping in the proxy to go charge the natural. Ooh, that is a stuck immortal. He's dead. Okay, behind this though, Zealots trying to find some value. Gonna kill the shield battery. A warping of Zealots coming in. Oh, they're not killing the pylon. Forjumi defending his 4th, which is trying to get secured. Zhamek is in the southeast location. Some workers starting to fall on Zhamek's side. Forjumi trying to take the fight. Another Warp Prism gets killed. Well, there's a warp, and that's not good. But this is, Archons in the front is all right for the moment. Going to damage a lot of these Zealots. However, there is an Archon remaining for Zhamek. And the fight with the Zealots taking it on the left flank is pretty good. Oh, no, does Forjumi snipe this Warp Prism now? In revenge, he looks like he's going to get a kill. Forjumi securing a kill here, is going to have +2 ground weapons in a minute. Zhamek isn't on +3 actually, it was just +2, so they're going to be even on upgrades. But Zhamek has the army. Forjumi behind this though, getting so many worker kills, killing gateways. He's actually denying production. Zealots trying to hold the choke at the net. One Archon finishes another, but the other one immediately dies just after one attack. 1A move. Hey, what up, fisherman? Oh, that's rough, man. Having to drive an hour and a half for fixing a kayak part. That's no bueno. That's a lot of production dead on an Arctosis pylon for the German, Mr. Forjumicus. And actually, this looks like all the production going down, potentially. Forjumi is going to fight with probes and try to secure what he can behind this. Yeah, he's going to clean this up. Ultimately killing like all the Stalker. Oh my god, not a single unit's recalled. And behind it, the aftermath, there's going to be a little bit of a charge out of 3 Zealots. In total, 40 workers, 3 Zealots. Yeah, this is not looking good for Zhamek. Forjumi killed so many workers behind us. 33 workers were killed by Forjumi in total this game, with a 20 worker lead. Yeah, we actually, anybody new here, we were looking at the Frost Giant game. Stormgate, the new next potential StarCraft predecessor. Outside of having, you know, a new developer of Immortal, we got more RTS, and it definitely looks pretty badass. And it's pre-alpha, what little they leak for us. Curious to see if they let out a little more with Day 9 after. You're gonna infect Boom with probies.
Green Alchemist says, but what about StarCraft 2?
StarCraft 2 will still be ongoing for a while.
Says 2 or 2?
2 or 2? It's basically gonna be like a StarCraft 3 though. Who knows what we'll see from Microsoft too. Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft gonna make a pay-to-play StarCraft immersive mobile RTS. You know? What about macro hard? True. And Forjumi takes that in that last engagement. That is a good point, Green. So Forjumi is our next one to move along in the bracket. If you guys want to see what's going on, this is the Online Sports Championship. Elite Rising Star number 4, day number 1. I've caught a lot of number 3. It was my entrance to this and missed my only chance at a King of the Hill. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully that isn't the case. And I was late today because of Frost Giant. Boom, what were your thoughts of what we saw of Frost Giant today? Truthfully. in chat. You know what? It's 69 today, by the way. The date is 6/9. It's a nice day. Let's see if my other browser... I'm just checking to see if my site ever loaded or submitted. Did I close out of it? Damn. Well, a little unlucky. We're gonna move on to our next series, which is Beastork versus Battlebee. We'll give it a minute so we can catch up. I'm gonna make a little tweet about this too, just in case any of these guys want to see their games casted or their teams. Let's see if I get in. It's 69609. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That was extra noise boom. So Beastork versus Battlebee. Is coming up. Let me just see if they're there. Versus Battle Boomer. Let's get into game number 1. Alright, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, Berlingrad. Representing Nautilus, it is Beastork in the pink. And his opponent in the upper left, give it up for our blue Terran player. Representing Alien Esports, I believe, it is Battle Booty. What a good player. Am I wrong? Is Battlebee Alien? Why am I drawing a blank? Leave it to an NA player, right? And caster. The German Terran player. Yeah, he is on Alien. Again, I'm gonna remove that mod file for a minute or rename it after this. Keep forgetting. Oh, Beastork already with some cheeky cheek here. He is going for a proxy right at... right in front of the natural. Gonna mine this out and maybe build an adept or a stalker. I do like this. So let's see if he takes another gas behind it. Some very heavy aggro play. Kind of hero-esque. Though a lot of people do this. Myself included from time to time. Definitely a daring strat because it's a pretty obvious scouting location. Let's see if Beastork does what I like to see Protoss players do and go scout the gas. He looks like he's gonna go scout the gas. Alright. Battlebee is not gonna notice too much other than a delayed Nexus and a double gate, so he's gonna know some kind of proxies there after this. It's the only unfortunate thing. Marine gonna be out and the second gateway is gonna finish. Beastork mind gaming him for a second though. Is gonna build a zealot, and that's actually a smart move when things are on the low ground. One zealot alone could be a nuisance. All right, we do have double stalker production and chrono in both locations. Beastork gonna go take the nat. Battle Booty. Battle Booty's a strong player. And yes, I'm calling him Battle Booty. It's just what we do sometimes. Battle Boomer. Ooh, the proxy scouted because the minerals were taken and the SCV was in back, so it just pathed back normally right to here. Ooh, this could be close. The SCVs are certainly going to allow this bunker to finish, but the probe fighting this actually is going to be pretty good as it gets close. Oh, does the Marine fall? The Marine just falls. The bunker's down, and SCVs having to be trapped. Even the probe going to go fight that one remaining SCV over there. Marines forced to the high ground. That's looking really rough for our Terran player. Zealot and Stalker fighting the SCVs. Raven. And we're gonna have a little bit of a cleanup here. SCVs hiding in the bunker, but there's nothing really left to fight. Just workers and like a really damaged Marine with more Stalkers in production. This is a one base all in after all. A pylon even coming down. Is Warp Gate finished? No, it's not. This is no Warp Gate build. Where we're going, we don't need Warp Gate. Oh my god, these Stalkers are so damaged. Our Terran player desperately trying to find his way into the bunker, but guess what? Oh, lack of target firing means these Marines are going to make it in. However, there's been so many losses. The Protoss player has just absolutely decimated Battle Booty for a minute. There's not a lot mining. It's 15 to 23 workers. Widow Mine's out though, however. Oh, trying to get friendly fire even. But this natural is denied for longer. It's a lot of pressure. But Widow Mine's coming out is actually pretty good for our Terran player. Our natural starting to come down for Protoss. SCV coming in to help finish up this command center. However, the Stalker in the back forcing some of the Marines to fall and gets them away from the bunker. And mule or not, that is one dead bunker. Ooh. Our Protoss player playing very carefully against these Widow Mines. Warp Gate is finally on the way with the Twilight Council coming. And the Nexus is almost done. War of the Battle B. Of the Big B. True, Sibijan. Alright, Blink is on the way. Our first tank coming down from our Terran player, who's literally on one reactor and one tech lab, barracks and factory, because he's on his back foot that much. But he was able to secure his orbital for the moment. Our Protoss player really needs Blink. And Nexus is going to finish, so he's going to be able to start mining more efficiently too. Robo coming as well. Should be pretty good stuff, but Blink's a far cry away. I wouldn't have hated his sentry. He could hallucinate something and just deactivate the mines and kill it. Did manage to get one. But he does have to start being careful of siege tanks. He's going to hear that, I believe. Alright, robotics facility finishing up. He's going to be able to get an observer. And Warp Gate going to finish as the last Stalker pops out. Probably pretty close in tandem with each other. Protoss player keeping one Stalker in the front to scout a push out. Potentially, but he should know he got a lot of damage done. Ooh, I was hoping that would bait the shot of the Widow Mine, but realistically, I don't think it matters. 3 more Stalkers in production. There was a 3-gate robo, and Blink is going to complete very shortly here after this. Third Nexus coming down. Potentially in a bit, but realistically, I don't think it matters just yet. He should get one behind it. But if we look at the workers, yeah, he needs to secure his lead. Setting up for a third base isn't a bad idea. He's going to Warp Prism. Army supply starting to even out, but these are unstim Marines, uncombat shield Marines. Oh, but still, that's not the fight you want to take, Beastork. Beastork kind of throwing a little bit. These are some really damaged Stalkers from the tanks. There's a tank on the high ground. He's going to lose a lot of this. This could just be GG. In terms of just throwing the army away to tanks is basically where I'm concerned. Charges the follow-up, which I do like, but is a little later. Observer's going to kind of move in here, and we're going to see maybe a drop attempted from our Terran player. 2 racks going to be starting up. Stalker's going to blink in. The Traderino is going to go down. Ooh, Stim is just starting to get researched, but the tank. Both tanks. Gonna be putting some pressure in. Ooh, these stalkers are gonna actually get some good work in. The tanks repositioning. But you know what? Some of these Marines trading out before stim's done. Oh no, this is not good. Okay, he does blink away. Beastor kind of playing with fire, being a little too aggressive. Could actually push in the natural, but okay, I like this observer. Tanks are going to start to get split. Charge on the way. Again, third base going to finish shortly. But our Terran player getting stim is this bigger, scarier part. But I don't know, I'm feeling like this is a little bit of a throw. Some really rough engagements were taken for Beastor. Battlebee's certainly got a good chance in this game. That being said, there's going to be a drop for... this is what I like seeing out of Battlebee. Even though he was cheesed and on his back foot, he's going to go and try to get that drop with stim. He might even time it out a little more because Beastork's been a little committed to this. He's getting a moral behind this. He's getting charged. I believe he got... It looked like he was upgrading, but I don't think so quite yet. No, he's just going for gates. But he is approaching 3 base saturation. Drop does go unscouted and therefore uncontested. Charge did complete another mortal on the way. But there's no Twilight tech outside of the upgrades. So it's a mortal Stalker Zealot, basically. We don't even see any sentries. Oh, but this drop coming in. Oh, is this going to be noticed? Yeah, our pink Protoss does jump in on this. Again, Stim Marine's pretty good. And this push. Battlebee has the bigger army, and a lot of this army is split up. That being said, 2 Widow Mines are going to be annoying. One of them is going to go down. A little bit of a rough engagement for our pink Protoss player. Did he actually recall right there and we missed it? No, he did not. Ooh, he has this gateway here. The force field's kind of working against him. He's going to lose his gate and pylon. Wait. He is not, because guess what? Behind us, the warp prism went in. That was a beautiful little warping from Beastork. We do have +1 infantry armor coming down behind us, but man, scrappy trades. What a scrappy game from the cheese. All right, let's see what Beastork can do. Battlebee is going to be warping in some stuff. I do like the split. Honestly, sentries could be huge right here. It takes a little bit of an overextension for Battlebee, and that could have meant really well for Beastork. Oh, these tanks are going to unsiege potentially at the wrong time. Or, well, are they? Zealot's kind of going in a weird spot because of the Sim City here. But a decent push into the main. Little drop Reno, going to pick off some reinforcements, maybe get some SCVs. Scouting the Ghost Academy is pretty big. Vikings going to scare off the Warp Prism, which actually didn't die. I believe that may have been... Was that recalled, or what was going on? Oh, that proxy not going down could be huge. This could be just it. There's been a lot of damage for Battlebee, and he's been contained to 2 bases. No, he does have a 3rd CC, but is he going to be able to land it? Protoss is definitely down in army a little bit, but at the same base count as Terran, does have a Robo Bay, but is only building Immortals. Funnily enough. Now that gate's going to be dealt with shortly, I would imagine, but who knows. Actually, this could be another run by into the main. There is a Viking on the loose, but that could do some pretty significant damage to our blue Terran player. This is a very nice... a little bit of a boys pull, too. I do like this push out from Battlebee. It's very aggressive. He's going to deny the gate on the way. It's okay. It's a whole mineral line. He's clearing off a mineral line. He's got 3 bases now, but Protoss is going to be able to possibly jump on the back of this. It's going to be a base raid. Never mind. 4th base being established for Protoss. There are no dang Templar, though. Oh, man. It's a base race, folks. It is a base race. Marine's going to stem into the bunker. Warp Prism coming on in. But there's so much Terran on the other side of the map. Workers, Marines, tanks, some mines with this, and Marauders stemming their way into victory. We don't see a... we don't see any more Archons coming in. We do have some. Extended Thermal Lance is trying to be researched, but I don't think that's going to matter as much. Yeah, they should be trying to cancel and grabbing probes. Actually, we don't have any probes outside of here because they're... Well, he does here. He's going to try to retreat some to go base trade. Beastork does have money for a base. One of the CCs looks like it has fallen. No, yep. Okay, we got a base trade with the Terran and vice versa. The probe's not split, though. The Marine's going to be right on them. Mamma mia. And Beastork does not have another Nexus going down. Oh, man, mistakes were made. He needs to cancel this. That would be enough to drop a Nexus somewhere. But he's not going to do it. He needs to cancel this. Well, it's going to get canceled when it dies. A recall to the 4th base for our Protoss player. And yeah, he does have enough money for a Nexus, but is he going to do it? He is not. Guardian Shield activated a little prematurely. But again, there's Widow Mines. There are tanks. There are Marauders, Marines. 3 Immortals are pretty nice. The Guardian Shield, the Archon, the Colossi actually helping quite a bit. But it goes down to the tank fire. Can the Protoss player do it? Or is Battleby going to take it? Beautiful feedbacks, but I just don't think there's enough units for the Protoss to... Actually, he's going to have to micro really hard. Battleby's definitely in favor, but he's just like, nope, I'm not even going to worry about it. His army back here, though, that's the bigger issue. Does have money to... I don't know why Beastork's building workers right now. Okay, he is getting another... Oh, no, no, no. That was a little too daring. Not like this. Not like this, Beastork. Oh, my God. What a base trade. Base Trade's anonymous, folks. Battle Base Trader. That should be his name. Oh, but the Widow Mines are going to be a bit of a problem as the entire army's on top of it. But beautiful micro from our Protoss player. Nice little pickup and drop. But this is 5 medevacs of Viking and a whole shit ton of bio. I don't think this army can take this. After all that, the Immortals were damaged. There's not a lot of units. And I think Battleby takes game number 1 in a very scrappy, very cheesy, very action-packed game. And that was game number 1. And give me just a moment. I had to take some ibuprofen on that little break there. And I gotta go blow the nose. Oh, I've been muted. Shit, all right, let me redo the introductions. I've been muted this time, son of a bitch. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres, representing Nautilus, is Beastork, our pink Protoss player. Thank you, Fisherman. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Alien Esports, it is Battle Boomerang. The Blue Terran. Thank you for that, Fisherman. I totally forgot I was muted. Meow, 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 meow. SCV's fighting the fucking pink probe. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Probe's gonna battle it out with the SCVs, be annoying, try to force the delay on the barracks, but it's gonna be unsuccessful as it passes around the command center. Meow, meow, meow. Alright. Next is gonna be taken after the core from Beastork. Everything looking pretty textbook normal here.
Simo John says in the upper corner from Nautilus it's Spice Talk and his opponent in the lower left from Alien Lenland is Battlebee.
Alien Lenland. That is funny. Alrighty. We got TTS cast presented to you by Sibba John. TTS announcements. You know? That's pretty funny. Probe is going to make its way back, not taking any hull damage. Chiseling away at that one SCV, though. Is going to be a Stalker opener. Versus a 1-1-1 again. With a Devil Marine opener from Battleless Bootius. Okay, we got an Adept follow-up. And it is Stargate. So a delayed Warp Gate. This time in a macro sense. Stalker was smartly moving right across. Is the Adept gonna join? Ooh, okay, no, that does actually path just right. That was scaring the bejesus out of me. Stalker not gonna make it in time.
Starts with a Reaper heading in by Stalk's main, killing one probe and gets away.
Oh my god, it's TTS cast. God help me. I've been A-moved. By text to speech. Alright, Oracle is gonna be chronoed out and moving on in. Let's see here. I actually like this positioning, and you know what? This Scour Gate opener is not scouted from Battlebee. He's going for Hellion first, which means this Oracle is certainly going to make its way in before anything. Well, Widowmine follow-up. That's not to be unexpected. But doesn't look like it's going to be in position for an Oracle. Ooh, but this push out's a little scare. Little scare. It's something similar to what Cuckoo did. With a little difference. Oh, the Oracle is scouted, though. That was not the way with the pathing of the Oracle. He's trying to force the Marines elsewhere. Widowmine number 1 is going to go into the main. Ah, that looks like a dead Oracle. Not like this. Oh, no. The humanity. The Protoss manatee. And I mean that, a manatee of Protoss. Imagine what a Protoss manatee would look like, the animal. That'd be some weird shit. It'd be a photosynthetic aquatic creature that is a mammal, but yet non-mammal because it'd be photosynthetic. It'd be an almost mammal photosynthetic manatee with potentially psionic abilities. Alright, this is a delayed third consequently for a Protoss player. Blink on the way. But he does hold the lethal pressure. That being said, there is a Marine 1 Widowmine drop. Kind of cheeky little play I like to see out of Battlebee. He is a very strong player. Fishermen like that shit. And, well, the Widowmine drop's going to try to... Well, it's actually a Widowmine Marine drop. Again, Stim +1 on the way with a Marine tank follow-up. This could get a lot of damage, and it's going to be tough to deal with no blink. Oof. Definitely a tough little nuisance. Oh no, that's all the shields from the Stalker. Stalker's gonna have to go back to fight the Marines. So a little bit of lost mining time for our Protoss player, but all these Marines gonna be cleaned up. Medevac's gonna live, but it's empty. 4 workers going down behind it. I think actually 4 workers wasn't as bad as the lost mining time for our Protoss player though. Third base about to pop. Workers about even actually from both. There's 2 base gas saturation from Terran. It's a pretty gas heavy build, especially in terms of the follow-up. He's going for that Stim combat shields +1 timing with a Marine tank push. Though he is gonna have... Actually, he's gonna build Widow Mines behind this. Ooh, Stalker's being a little too ambitious in the tank again. If I can give Beastork any suggestion, it'd be don't aggress into the tanks, man. These Stalkers had families once before when they were Dark Templar, before they were in their robotic shells. Okay, that's an empty medevac. Was he trying to do a little Beyond play? Alright, we're gonna have another drop. Slash push into the third. Most of the army is off route. And the medevac drop is gonna potentially just do a lot right here. Oh no! Beastork is not in position, is gonna recall. The Stalker is gonna warp in more. Charges a long ways away, my friends. And Terran now in +1 infantry weapons versus nada. 5 gates in production. Most gonna complete. Actually 2, and then there's a third. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, still no +1 researching. Okay, this is a pretty decent push. This is stem combat shield. Is there combat shields? Yep. Okay, he did remember combat shields ultimately. At first it wasn't looking like it. And yeah. This is gonna be something. Ooh, Stalker does put some pressure on, and a lot of this is gonna be destroyed. Mamma mia. Damn, it's just a never-ending, relentless drop after drop with reinforcements for our Terran player. The Zealot Sentry with Immortals and Stalkers isn't too bad, but still not like a lot to deal with it. With the upgrade advantage, I do like the +1 going down behind it. There's no 4th base though for Protoss, which realistically he needs the mass units anyway. It's just tougher with the economy when you're playing the gateway. 3 bases can produce a lot of gateway units, but when you're against that much Terran, it gets rough. Mostly the medevacs supporting it all. Oof. GG is called, and Battlebee makes this with another clean sweep 2-0 in yet another series. And moving on, it is Nicarac versus Trifax. All right. Let me just get this out there. And that is CSO. Here we go. Nicarac versus Trifax. Little ZVT for you. And here we are. I gotta figure something out with my monitors in my face. Always changing colors. No wonder I always look red. Anyway, here we are on game number 1. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Nicarac in the red. And his opponent in the blue, representing CSO Esports. It is our blue Zerg player, Trifax. Looks like a pretty standard opener so far from both, but we shall see. Both very strong players. I do believe Nicarac is the favored player. He is playing in a lot of these OSC events. My own, the Storm Open. Definitely hits his time in ESL, EPT Open Cups. And plays in a lot of Clan Wars. Trifax also is a busy boy. Playing in a lot of events. Alright, we do have, well, not a full scout on our second Overlord for Proxy Racks, but I think Trifax is going to honor Nicarac to think he's not cheeky. Nicarac's respect does precede him as an honorable macro Terran with some pretty nasty builds sometimes. Alright, anyway, that said, we do have an SCV scout, and it is going to be a Reaper expand from Terran. A Zerg player just going for the usual hatch gas pool. All at Z standard timings. Even not rushing the gas, so you know nothing too cheeky is going to happen here. We know it's a macro ZVT for game number 1 anyway. And Nicarac's going to return the probe SCV behind us. So chat, again, I'm pretty hyped for Stormgate. You know, it almost reminds me of some, like, political scandal issue. You know, Stormgate. Did anybody else think that, too? We have, like, Watergate. It's like a scandal of the High Templar. That's the name of the next, our Heroes of Frost Giant. Actually, I might make a tweet about that because, you know... the next RTS is like brought to you in part by the former Nixon administration. Anyway. Third hatch going down, and let's see what happens here. Oh, Overlord just getting in, trying to safely find some vision in the back. I don't believe we have a Marine. Oh, we do actually on the other side though, so it's gonna buy the Overlord some time. Potentially cheekily get a scout in after. Ooh, it looked like that was going to be Hellbat Marauder, but it still could be. However, the tech lab was not attempted. Reaper is still out on the map. Getting that info. Trying to stay alive like John Travolta. Does get the grenade off and find some damage here. Veil. Reapers and Hellions going everywhere, and... yeah. It's gonna be a nice little push, a little bit of pressure from Nicarac, but Trifax is gonna defend it on the third. He's gonna go beeline around and try to get into the Nat, which I don't hate, even though there's creep. Oh, can he make it? Morling's gonna pop. He is a little indecisive. The one queen scares him away for a minute, though, so he's just going to go back, chill. But guess what? A Ling is almost going to get a full scout. Is denied. This is going to be a Banshee opener. Or a Banshee follow-up, rather, from Nicarac. The classic... wait, is it? Is it? Battlecruiser operational. Fusion Core is actually scouted. That's very unlucky for our Terran player. Now he's 100% committed to Battlecruiser. Trifax does get the information, and oof, he is going to keep pumping out coins for now because it's about all he can do. Drop some spores would be smart, but we'll see. Very unlucky for our Terran player, who is just going to go into... okay, never mind. I was going to jokingly say Advanced Ballistic Liberators, but come on, guys. We've all heard that one before. Alright, Trifax not going for an early fourth, of course. He knows he's got Hellions and Battle Cruisers. Hellion BC. He's doing nothing but pumping out Hellions. Yeah, okay, he's gonna get another starport. Damn, yeah, this is gonna be more Battle Cruisers. Battle Cruisers and Hellions. Talk about a weird... the BC's put in the mech. We got a big Battle Cruiser operational in a second in honor of Reza. Nicarax is thinking of that Nizaro Bari guy in chat. Ling trying to get more information. Battle Cruiser just gonna warp right in and say fuck it. into the front. Ooh, the Hellions and the BC putting in the work. BC pulling back, trying to clear out some creep and get some of the Lings. We don't have an armory behind us, so these are pure Hellions, which honestly, I like just having Hellions because they can go in and get some pressure on the drones if you get them in there, right? BC is going to take advantage of the time the Queens are away for a minute, but nah, not finding any value on the drones. He only gets 3. But he's trying to split our Zerga player apart, contain him to 3 bases, and then try to get in with these Hellions. He needs to jump right on top of the mineral line before the Queens are right there, but the Queens are in position. Damn, Queens off creep now. Make battle cruisers hell of annoying to deal with. A lot of transfuses are forced out of this, but you know what? They are getting the work on that BC. However, more BCs are coming. Yamato on the way. We may just see... Oh, yeah, this is scan. There's 1 spore of the Queen's out of position. Another battle cruiser just going back. The other retreating for repair. Not a bad decision from our Terran player. Alright, that said, we do have a Spire coming down, so it's going to be Corruptor 30 for our Zerg Glial Reconstitution being done for Roaches. Roaches are definitely a good response to the Hellions. Corruptor's obviously the correct response to the battle cruisers. But our Terran is securing a 3rd base, while our Zerg is a very delayed 4th. Okay. Spire is just going to complete, so Corruptors aren't going to be available just yet. BC is catching the Queens off guard. Target firing the ones with the highest energy at first. Ultimately going to clear out another one, but oh. The Zergmanity. The Zergmanity, actually an abomination of science. You know what's gonna suck though? These battle cruisers are hella expensive, and Corruptors are about to pop. BCs do not do that well against Corruptors, and you know what? One's gonna die. 3rd one coming in. Yamato is gonna help clear out a lot of these Queens, but the Corruptor follow-up is gonna be a bit of a problem. Hellions putting God's work into 3rd. There's not a lot to defend on the ground. Lots of Lings, but there's a drone queue going on. Corruptor's going to clean up the remaining battle cruisers. Wouldn't hate for him to cancel the BC after, because that's just so many Corruptors. Okay, we do have an armory coming back for Hellbats behind us from our Terran player. Lings is kind of chilling there, not going in to get any pressure, just that. No orbital command center. Okay, now he's getting it. BC gonna warp into the Nat. Right on top of a spore. The Corruptors are pretty close, though. It's just gonna target fire the spore. That's not getting the damage done that it needs. That's not getting the damage done that it needs at all. And, well, that's one expensive death. The armory is gonna be helpful to be tanky against some of the units, but when roaches start coming, that's gonna be a bit of a problem for our Terran player. Yeah. Okay, we're seeing an eBay come down. Corruptors coming out. Just submarines. It's about it. That's all there is. And, oh, for double Starport Tech Lab. I don't know. Corruptor's going to try to chisel this down again. Just 2 Marines. I think we're going to see a switch into Thors. No, it's going to be Battle Mech. This is tried and true Battle Mech. Going into Cyclone Hellion Hellbat. And then maybe into Thors. Full scout from the Corruptors is going to be pretty nice for Trifax, though, but Nicarak is going to retreat. Roach is popping in. Yeah, he does have that armory, but he doesn't have Hellbats just yet. SCV's getting pulled to try to hold this. Just a few Marines and Hellbats, but guess what? The Corruptor's going to pee on the base, puke on the base, rather. But some of them are going to get cleaned up to those missile turrets. Oh my god, so many SCVs falling. This base looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Missile turrets and getting damaged. Cyclone's going to be okay, but GG's called. Trifax takes game number 1. Going to the Mr. Zergy Zerg from CSO Esports. And yeah, we can TVZ. This could go on for a while. Again, if you would, please and thank you, help out the Online Sports Championship. It's been a long-standing tournament. I forgot to add this to my schedule. Shit. I'm such an idiot. We're trying to get ahead of this. I'm going to have this up like every week for what's going on for tournaments. Zerg for the win in game number 1. Let's take a moment here and chill. How are you doing, Fisherman? What up, chat? Everybody doing good? Meow, 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 meow. Okay. All right. Looks like Steadfast, Bale, and everybody's still going with Stormgate, you know. But again, chilling on the porch, about to spark it again. Oh, nice. Bear with me, I gotta blow my nose for a few. Oops. Ripperino. Moving on to game number 2. And along in the series, more TVZ. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Nicaract in the red. Mr. Terran Man, and his opponent in the upper right, representing CSO Esports. Give it up for our blue Zerg player, Trifax, who is up a point. Are we going to see a Zerg or a Terran victory here? That is up to you, chat. All right, we got some SCVs getting made up here in the rear with the gear. And nothing too cheeky yet. Are we going to see Hellbat Marauder in one of these games, chat? That's what I want to know. Good old it. We saw Big Gabe take down Raynor with it. And DreamHack. That is a build that could be very heavily punished if you're too greedy at Zorg and not scouting it. It's basically about scouting it and reacting right. But let's see. Hell, I don't know about any of you Zerg players. When I'm playing Zerg, that shit makes me mauled. Even when I do scout it sometimes, it's kind of an annoying build to deal with. If you've went in for some builds. Alright. Is going to be a Reaper Expand, Orbital going down, Logron CC from Terran, and just a normal opener from our Zerg player. Nicarac with the cheeky Hellion BC build. He must have been spending some time with Special. Special is certainly another player who does not afraid to go mech, but I bet you Nicarac's going to just stick on to tried and true bio this game. Alrighty. Reaper is going to push across the map. Try to get some vision. Maybe get a couple lings. Maybe deny a creep tumor. Noise Raven. Reaper is going to get some work in here. And, well, Queen is going to pop, though. He has to be careful. He can lose this Reaper in an instant. Metabolic boost on the way, but it's just drone production. There's third base wasn't even denied, so our Zerg player is in a fantastic position. Completely off gas for the moment. He's going to lose a drone, though. Wow, this is actually a pretty valuable Reaper so far. Though he is going to lose some scouting. And is it going to live? Oh, the Reaper lives. That is like a Beyond Reaper. Killing a drone, not even a Ling. That's just a huge moral victory and economic little bit of advantage for Terran. Certainly something that doesn't happen all the time. That's like a Terran moral victory right there, right from the rip. So Nicarak is certainly not a salty boy after that. Already, more drones in production. Metabolic boost finishing up here. Hellions pushing out. And yeah. Lings, Hellions, and Reaper gonna push out here. Alright, the Queen's going to posture down. Splitting off. I do like this actually. Just because it's just two Hellions for the moment. It's the same build. Oh my god, it's Hellion BC. Is it going to work this time? Our Zerg player, again, smartly having the Overlord in the back, but guess who's ready for it? Nicarak's ready for it. He's got some Marines out. He's going to chop away this Overlord, denying vision, Hellions, and the Reaper. Still alive. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see if that Reaper got 2 kills now. Overlord is killed, denying any vision from our Zerg for the moment. It is Hellion BC again. This time it's unscouted. Fool me once, shame on you, says Mr. Nicarak. But he's gonna go for it again, even though he got absolutely bodied the last game. Without scouting, that's gonna really delay that Spire, and a BC is gonna get a lot of work potentially. And actually, I wouldn't hate it if he actually sent 2 BCs out and just denied scouting of our Terran player. Okay, second starport going down. It is another 2 starport BC. Is he going to get a 3rd CC behind it earlier? Or not? Probably not. That's a lot of an investment. It is taking both gas. And yeah, it is going to be Ling Bling this game. So it is Hellion, Battle Cruiser, and the Battle Mech. Yet again, might just stay BC for a while. Very cool stuff. We don't see as many mech games anymore, so I kind of like it from time to time in ZBT. And especially if it's kind of a cool, not as common mech style. Battlecruiser again gonna lead the charge in the front. Okay, the Queens are gonna fight the Battlecruiser and the Hellions. BC gonna jump on top of the Queens. Hellions gonna go come push in to help clean up the Queens. Get that extra DPS from the angles of attack. BC actually going back home to get repaired. And honestly, these Queens are mostly all but cleaned up. Layer on the way, so that's a delayed Spire, but it could come down at the same time. BCs take a long time to make and a lot of money. So we're just seeing another BC in production. No 3rd CC just yet. A little bit of oversaturation in the net from Nicarak. Trifax going for a 4th base too behind us. So he's not as pincered this time around. Very, very cool stuff. But I think Nicarak can still get in here. Spire on the way. If he transitions a little differently, or takes a little better fights, this could be pretty good. And again, our Zerg player does have Ling Bane, so that could be also annoying even with the Hellbat transition. Ooh, this 3rd CC is just not allowed to get up. We need some 3rd CC Viagra chat, because that just ain't getting up anytime soon. Reza would say that is a cucked CC. And a big battle cruiser operational. 2 BCs coming into the main base. Alright. Man, a lot of this getting cleaned up, and yeah. BC's teleporting in again. Right on top of the Queens, though. I don't know how much I like that. And Spores. Oof. Oof. A little careless play from Nicorak. He's not monitoring the BC's. He's going to kill a lot of Queens, but oh, wait. I see what he's doing. He's trying to get the Zerg totally out of play, so Trifax took the bait. He jumped in on top and cleaned up all the Queens now. There's going to be a lot of Corruptors, but all these Hellions now are going to go a little less contested, but they're so next to dead. A Swipper, like these drones can kill the Hellions. They're so damaged. But Trifax also not escaping. Ooh, the teleport's far from cooldown. That's a lost battle cruiser again. These Hellions getting a lot of value still while they're alive. More Queens are out hover, and it is a roasted drone queue. Can we get more drones? Nope, before they go down 19 killed right there. 27 drones in total. That is a supply lead in workers for our Terran player, who is going for an eBay block in front of this. Interesting. BC just constantly warping in, even with Corruptors. I think the economic damage this time from our Terran player is really putting our Zerg on his back foot. He's going to have a high Corruptor count, but the BC's ultimately able to do something. Oh, and land Yamato killing a Corruptor. Bring that Corruptor count down a little more. 28 drones in total, and even more, wow, behind us. Yeah, that's a lot of Hellion pressure. Oh my god, another BC going in? I don't know about this main base. He doesn't want to be throwing these suckers around, but is he gonna get... Yeah, he's gonna try to land one again, and ooh, another Corruptor going down. He's just gonna... I don't know. With this economic damage, a little Hellion run-bys behind this. Every huge trade in workers is just monumental for our Terran player. He's just actually chiseling away at these Corruptors. Lowering the numbers means static defense in battle cruisers certainly can do it, but now we're going into Cyclones again. And it's not a lot of Corruptors. There's missile turrets this time already out. BC actually going to be in a little bit of trouble, but he's baiting the Corruptors into the missile turrets and Marines. Chiseling away at those tanky boys, but we got Glory Constitution coming for our Zerg player. There's no upgrades, let me mind you, too. The mech doesn't really need the upgrades because it's going to be like an upgrade advantage as the scales. But he is getting the pre-igniters for his Hellions, and BC again warping into the main base. Decreasing mining time for Zerg player. Corruptors all the way on the other side of the map. Terran is just going to be annoying, catching a couple workers and potentially an Overlord. Okay, he's going to Yamato a Queen and get some more value, but that's such an expensive unit to lose. Oh, he gets another Queen. That's a little more worth it this time. Nicorak being annoying with the BC. Actually almost losing his fourth, though, to the Ling run by, but he's just getting too much together. It's going to be a higher Cyclone Marauder count. Don't think he's going to be using BCs much anymore after this. Ooh, another Yamato is going to kill two of the Corruptors. Oh, he kills two Corruptors that time. Not a high Corruptor count, so he could technically transition, but, well, mag field accelerators and infernal pre-igniters are going to be very good for our Terran. Infernal pre-igniter's got 3 seconds, clock's ticking, and he can turn these bad boys into Hellbats if need be to tank. Well, with that said, looks like we're gonna have a Ling cleanup down to the 4th place at Terran. 5th base trying to get secured for Zerg, but this is a pretty big battle mech army. Mr. Zorgy Zorg Trifax is getting Roachy boys out. +1 ranged attacks, about to finish with centrifugal hooks for Vanelings. Ooh, I like the pathogen glands upgrade, but it might be too little too late. Trifax has been able to drone onto this after, but man, losing a hatch is rough. Nicorak's been keeping the pressure up, though with some questionable trades. BCs are expensive units to lose, but he is going for a 5th CC behind us. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Takua? And we are going to see, well, some rocks going down. And a little roach run by to the west to 9 o'clock. Okay, there's a decent amount of Zerg now. Trifex now has the supply lead. It's a decent amount of Ravagers. He has the potential to make Banes with Bane Speed. Accidental Swarm Host. Oops, but he's got Pathogen Glands. I do like the fungals against the Battle Mech, but he is a far cry away from it. Oh, Planetary Fortress attempting to be destroyed. But there's a lot of tanks coming behind us. So the tank production switch happened, which is actually pretty good for Terran. Let's take a look at the army supplies, what they're made up of. 40 Lings, 5 Corruptors, 8 Roaches, an Accidental Swarm Host, and 11 Ravagers. With potential for a little more in production for Zerg. Oof. Little barbecue again. Followed by some magnetism. Mag Field Accelerator, Cyclone's putting in the work. But oh, he doesn't want to land. Ooh, one of the Hellions goes down to the Corrosive Bile connects. Banelings being made just out of position of the scan. And some of the creep gonna get cleaned up here. Meanwhile, a Ling run by is gonna be denied the third base of Nicorak. Alrighty. Yeah, we do have a lot of creep spread going across the map. 5th base going down. 4 Zorgies going for a Nero Parasite. And we don't really see any Infestors and a Greater Spire. I do like that out of our Zerg player. But our Terran player has switched. He's going into Thors. It is full on mech. From Battle Mech. From Battle Cruiser operational. Ooh, a lot of drones getting pounced on. The Baneling's gonna make some huge connections, though. Cleaning this all up, that's an expensive army to use, but a lot of Banelings. 9 drones falling, but the base still stands. It's a little rough. Alright. 5th CC on the way. Another orbital. To fuel this expensive mech economy, the mech machine. And a 6 CC going down as well. Hellions gonna scout this push out, and they're actually gonna try to go in and find some value in the 3rd, which is protected with 2 spine crawlers. Roach Rav gonna be pushing back in, and there's another run by at the 3 o'clock position base. Oh my god, 21 drones falling and more. Trifax, not really with a bank. He spent a lot of his money. Nicorak's been trading very efficiently. Let's take a look at the losses. It's pretty even actually, but still in terms of workers, that's rough. But Broodlords could be a bit of a problem. However, their Thor's out, so it's 2, but 2 Thors could be a little helpful. Broodling's gonna be a bit of a problem. Smart Servo is being researched here for our Terran player. And he's gonna clean up a lot of these Broodlords. The Hellbats and the tanks gonna kill a bunch of the Broodlings, and the Lings getting the work in, but the Hellbat's gonna clean up the rest of it. Thor's being a little over ambitious though, getting surrounded by Broodlings. He's gonna lose 1, 2, but not before leaving it down to just, well, 3 and almost, well, it's 4 Broodlords able to do the work because there's nothing that shoots up. Okay, now that said, there's 3 Thors. Orbital seems like it's in trouble because of the Biles, but the Biles are going to be forced back at the tanks. Tanks now going to defend in 1 shot, like all of this. Oh my god, Thor's trying to put the work on the Broodlords, but it's just not happening. A bunch of Infestors, another Accidental Swarm Host being made. But the mech machine is just going to push forward. Nicorak now with an army supply lead. It's looking really grim for Zerg, who's tried taking the southeast base. Definitely a lot of crazy stuff going on. Upgrades, 2 ranged attack and +1 melee for Zerg. Carapace not really as helpful against mech, especially tanks. Ooh, beautiful fungals though. These fungals could certainly help out quite a bit. They do land on the tanks before they're down, but there is Neural Parasite available for our Zerg too. However, this entrenchment of Terran is pretty good though. The units are clumping up. As you know, mech, when you're in Thor tank, it is going to start clumping up everywhere. Ooh, but the Neural is going to be a bit of a problem. Scan's going to make it so a lot of these Infestors are going down. 1 has a lot of energy, but 2 others not so much. Ooh, these tanks going to do some good work, but they're all clumped up together. Bile's killing 2 of the tanks. But there's reinforcements, baby. And Battlecruiser boy looks like he might just secure a win here with a good fight. He's gonna kill another base, killing more drones behind this. And getting all the damage. Roaches, Ravagers get in position. Infestors trying to burrow to get some neurals in. Oh boy, Battlecruiser's jumping on top of this, but there are spores. Gonna go kill the remaining infestors. Man, this is looking rough for Trifax. I think Nicorak can take it. Yeah, they're even. Hey, it's 69 memes again. We had 68, 69 workers. The man with the 69 workers wins. Because it's nice. That's a lot of Mac and looking bad for Z indeed. That was Kirktown. We have a game 3 on our hands. The first game 3 of the night. On our 5th series. Give me just a momento. Yeah. That is all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Let's go on to game number 3. Alright, on to game numero 3. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Isenchrome. Representing Psystorm Gaming, it is our Red Terran player, Nicorak. And his opponent in the lower left, representing CSO Esports, it is Trifax. In the blue. Winner takes all. Oops, forgot to set the score. And it looks like we got a standard opener from our Zerg player. I like that we're seeing Isenchrome as one of the maps. Definitely a funny one. And a pretty good TVZ map. At that. I do believe this is a little Terran favored map a bit, but Zerg does have a good lot of room to work with. Alrighty. But it's good seeing a blast from the past map. Ends of tournaments. You know something? I think we might need to make a change up in the Chicken Man test. I think every so often we need to throw in a different map pool. What do you think, chat? Good job, Eddie, on the map selections. I think we're gonna make a little map changer, you know. Alright, yeah, it's nothing more than a Reaper expand again. More of the same in TBZ. And at this distance... I think Trifax is going to have his... potentially have his 3rd hatch. But we'll see if the Reaper makes it in time. Actually, this is cutting it close. Yeah, Trifax doesn't have the money for it right yet. Is the Reaper going to go cut to the 3rd immediately? Nope, he's going right in the nap. Trifax should be able to take the 3rd uncontested. Gonna meet the 4 Lings. Gonna fight it out. Nicorak is. And I wonder if we're gonna see more of the same. Yeah, 3rd hatch is down. Trifax putting some good work, or sorry, Nicorak putting some good work on getting a Ling, almost damaging, almost completely killing a drone. And not really taking much damage on his Reaper. He's gonna make his way to the high ground, or try to. And the creep spread on this means he might be able to get... Oh, does he get another Ling? 2 Lings, that's actually pretty big. For Mr. Terran. It is a 1-1-1, as to be expected. I wonder what Nicorak's gonna do this game. Is he gonna give me back to more mech? Let's see here. Are we gonna see a game 3 battle cruiser heli? Oh my god, we are gonna see. What is he memeing? Is my man Nickerack memeing? Oh no, he cancels it. Oh, I think he changed his mind. He canceled the fusion core. Is he gonna go into Banshees? I wonder what that was about. I think maybe he just was a little indecisive. He's going for the Viking. This could be Hellbat Marauder. Viking opener, tech lab right there. He's gonna get the Viking out, swap it, concussive shell, Marauders, and then he's gonna get an armory behind it. But canceling the fusion core, that actually tied up a bit of gas for a bit. And minerals. Queens are, well, let's take a look. Queens are gonna hold. But for how long? Oh yeah, they're gonna hold this. Viking is gonna take out this Overlord, and yeah, there is that switch I was talking about. Oh, it's stem. Okay. Okay, never mind. It is just gonna be a bio transition. Maybe he's gonna psych out. He could be psyching out Hellbat Marauder, and instead, okay, it's reactors. Is this gonna go into bio? Very cool stuff. So we get a little bit more of a standard after 2 mind gamey ZVTs. That's so weird to see 2 Hellion battle cruiser into battle mech games in a row from Nickerack. Okay, Banelink Nest, just Ling Bling from our Zerg player. Can he get a 4th hatch down? That's the question. He's double saturating gases. Rubber, so I don't know if that's exact. Yeah, triple sat. He's going for that 3 gas saturation. Ooh, we got some passive creep tumors being denied. That creep spread is getting killed out. But he is going to potentially get an active one next. Alright, Ling's trying to get in to get some vision. There is one right here. 3rd CC going to try to land, but there's a Ling in the way. Well, actually, it's going to go away. And will that SCV go down? My guess is yes. Ling not going to get the block, though. Hellion's going to try to move in. Ooh, a little daring move from our Terran player. Oh, no. The Marine's not going to do it. Another SCV. Oh, almost. Nickerack almost thrown away his SCVs there. A little unfortunate. All right, we got a nice little drone BQ in the 3rd base. But is he going to overextend? That's a lot of Lings. And he's on creep. But even when he's off creep, this is going to be a phenomenal catch potentially for our Zerg player. Oh, but Nickerack gets a lot of damage on these Lings. But one last remaining Hellion. Yeah, this is all going to be coined up. That said, there's a big push coming in. Well, really not even that big of a push. Not super committal, but a decent amount of Marines and 2 medevacs trying to get the deny on the 4th. But there's so many Lings. Okay, and the Queens, he has to respect it. Is going to be a Spire follow-up. There's a tank, though, on the east side. I do like that positioning. This is going to be Lingbane Muta. Let's see if there's any missile turrets yet. Not a single one. He's got a decent amount of bio, though. Oh, the tank getting a volley in on the Queens, forcing some transfuses, but the Marines need to heal up. And these medevacs are not super high energy, but they do have enough to heal. Oh no, he's gonna lose that tank though. That's pretty big. Okay, Nickerack's gonna have to GTFO and retreat for the moment. Marine tank medevac push out from the west. But do these Marines trade? Does he get a good pickup? Oh no, yep, he was almost not paying attention. Only loses 2 Marines, totally worth. Trade's looking a little better for Terran now after he's recouping a bit after the Hellion stage of the game. But losing all those Hellions, they could have been Hellbats later for some tankiness. Ooh, 10 Mutas on the way though. It's gonna be a little rough. Ooh, some Queens going down, and the Mutas being able to catch up with the medevacs could be rough, but there's not a lot right there. Another push coming in. The same squadron in the east, making the pressure back. Denying creep spread, being everywhere, being annoying. Muta's jumping right on top of the medevacs. Where are they going? They're going to beeline in to the main base. Meanwhile, that other push, Nicaract is just trying to keep his map presence, get everywhere, try to find whatever trades and damage he can get. These are some really damaged Marines. Can he get any worker kills? He's going to try to get out of there again, but these mutas should clear up this medevac right away. He's going to drop some Marines for whatever he can get out of this before it dies. Distracting him from the push in the north. Oh my god, these Marines are just relentless, these drops. I actually wouldn't hate it if he... Oh, there's a spore. Does save some Marines, but in the most damaged medevac, that is looking really rough for Nicaract. Yeah, this is definitely a good series. I'm not always a ZVT fan when we have like 9 million, but like, to be honest, this is actually really good. It's a pretty diverse set of games. I mean, even though we did, I'm saying it's pretty diverse, but Hellion BC for 2 games in a row was pretty outside of the norm from what we usually get. So I'm pretty happy for that. And then we into a nice Spio game with Ling Bling Muta. There is a couple missile turrets out. Oh, actually, some just finishing up, unluckily for Trifax, and he's gonna take out the remainder. Oh no, there's not enough DPS. He's fighting into these because the push is distracting him. But there's Banes. There's only one medevac. The hatch goes down, but Nicaract doesn't want to lose the entire army. Looks like he is going to momentarily, because you know what? Those mutas are putting in the work. That missile turret's doing God's work, though, and actually takes out a bunch of the mutas. 1 Thorn production. We do have, where are we at in upgrades? 2 infantry weapons and armor, plus 1 vehicle weapons in the way for Terran, with not really that much in terms of army. Does have some Marines and medevacs left with tank production. Still can, well, no, not really tank. Oh, he's going into Widow Mines. That's beautiful with drilling claws. We do have +1 Carapace, or sorry, +2 Carapace and melee cone for Zerg, which is going to be behind. He's going to be an upgrade behind for all this. Trifax is going to be on his back foot just a little bit. Little drop arena for Nicaract after this. And yeah. 2 active creep tubers do get denied in the northeast, but mutas are going to have to make up their mind where they want to fight. They're going to take the fight in the north on the other side of the map, but the Ling Bling is going to come back in as Nicaract tries to survive against this. Does he pick up before the Banes? He does. Oh, but the Spore Crawler's doing the work on the medevacs, and there's mutas returning. This is going to be one cleaned up Bioforce, but he did manage to kill a bunch of drones. Same time, Nicaract's not able to macro out of this too well. Those mutas did a lot of work. The muta attacks were pretty good, all things considered. Oh, muta's catching the Widow Mines. Very unlucky for our Terran player. He does have 2 in defense. And yeah, the Thor is also going to help this fight a bit. But he needs Widow Mines. They're just like the key to this. Oh my god, a lot of really damaged mutas. They must have hit. Well, they hit something on the way. Potentially a Widow Mine. Oh, Baneling's coming into the wall and killing the Widow Mines. Oh, but the Widow Mine prevents some of it. One Baneling is going to connect. Oh, and it gets denied. Does get some severe damage to some of those STVs. But the muta's getting cleaned up here. A lot of the Terran's army cleaned up, though. A lot of scrappy trades. A lot of scrappy trades indeed, but our Terran trading more efficiently nonetheless. Alrighty. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Duck Cuddler. Doing my best with a lot of congestion. And I was eating before, so... Oof. Glad you're enjoying the casting. Thank you guys for hanging around, whoever is lurking. Hopefully we're enjoying the series, everybody. At least Duck Cuddler is. Oh god, great connects. This is actually a really good game. Banelings finding a lot of value, but not ultimately destroying the entire Terran army. However, Trifax still secures the lead in terms of what's there. 3-3 is about to complete for our Terran player, so he's a bit of an advantage, but we do have Adrenal Glands and +1 flyer attack. Actually, +2 flyer attacks coming for Zerg. That's going to be a little rough to deal with. Widow Mine's not sieged. Well, they are going to be in a moment. Oh, but the friendly fire damages the Marauders. Not a high medevac account, to say the least. A lot of the medevacs getting reset was a bit of a problem for a Terran player. But it's a lot of Banelings and a lot of Lings. And a very dead-looking planetary. But we do get some Widow memes out, and a lot of the Banes get cleaned up after, at least for Terran. 22 workers going down is very rough for Nicaract. He is definitely on his back foot this game overall, especially now that it's Ultralist 30. We don't have a Ghost Academy that I know of. Yeah, there's no Ghost Academy, and just losing a very late 4th is very rough. Nicaract was doing so good at keeping the pressure on, but ultimately, some of those trades just ended up being a little wanky, and he just wasn't able to macro behind it because of the muta pressure earlier. Overlords do get vision of the army push with the Widow Mines and the spread a little, but some of these Banelings gonna get pounced on before they're completed. But oh, do we get a splits? This is all about the splits, baby, and the Widow Mines. Decent splits, but a lot of the army's down. Again, there's no medevacs, though. It's a bit of a problem. Thors can be pretty good against Ultras, though. And Thors and Marauders. But these are really damaged Marauders. That's a big problem. And the Marines, for that matter. Widow Mines might help a little, but GG is called. Oh, Trifax takes this series on game number 3. Hey, how you doing, Satan Savior? Thors win for Terran. Well, our Zerg player did win the series. So that one goes off to Trifax. And we have a 6 series here. Art versus the winner of Poppy versus Kieras, which was Poppy. Art versus Poppy. And let's see what else we got going on. Alts and Banes. Well, it was just more the damage dealt earlier with the mutas and some rough trades for my man Nicaract, sadly. How you doing, Monster 69 6? It's your day. It's 69. It's 6-9 day. Alrighty. Let's move on to game number 1 of Arts versus Poppy. I'm just gonna update the Twitter just in case any of these guys from the teams go. Whatever. Just doing it. Just like Nike. Where the fuck is it? Ah, here we go. It is Art versus Poppy. And Art has now changed teams, by the way, which is very interesting. Giggity giggity goo. Got a PvP on series number 6 or 7 rather, I think. Spawning, actually this might be a best of 5. I was just looking at it and forgot. Spawning in the, I'm gonna put best of 5 just in case. Upper right hand corner of 2000 atmospheres in the blue, representing Platinum Heroes, it is Poppy. The blue Protoss. And his opponent in the bottom left is our pink Polish Protoss from Platinum Heroes. Holy crap, that's a lot of P's. It is Art. No longer on Genesis Gaming. Interesting to see a lot of players moving over to Platinum Heroes in the pro side. That team has been moving and shaking for a long time and coming a long way, honestly. Becoming more hero than Platinum. All the games are best of 3. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that. I just swore it said best of 5 on the notes. My mistake. Good to see you, Mr. Eddie. Thank you for the OSC championships. Eddie is the guy, the man behind all these tournaments. So guys, make sure you support the OSC stuff. Just go, you type in !OSC, and you can donate a few $1 dues. Or if you want to play in these tournaments, you get points just for participation. There's matches and money for participation potentially in these events. So, and in playing in tournaments like the Storm Open and Chicken Man Testa Open and Apprentice Esports, you get points toward OSC matches if you get those dubs. And I believe we have some of the most points distributed on the Chicken Man Testa one. Guys, speaking of which, on Sunday, Chicken Man is back. It is just going to be Chicken Man and Dave this week. To my knowledge, we're going to make this special because we don't have as much time for it to do any casting together. So it's going to be both of us. Unless we have anybody hop in on the lower sides of it all. Alright, we do have a proxy pylon from Poppy. It could just be a metagame proxy pylon, what it looks like for a second. Nothing too cheeky here. Hey, thank you, Sibba John. And Magic Turtle, how you doing? Thank you, Magic Turtle, too. It took a little while for it to come. Just a little delay in the bot, that's all. Alright, we do have a Nexus from Poppy at a pretty standard time. Art is not going so far. He is sending probes everywhere. Oh my god, that metagame proxy pylon really got in Art's head. He's looking everywhere. Look at that. He has stalkers and probes split all over, delaying his natural as a result. And he doesn't even have any tech. So, Pappy, good job getting into Art's head. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We do have a stalker pushing out from Art, trying to look for some stuff. Taking his L like a watchtower? No, he's just going to look. Okay, he was splitting off to see if he can find any move outs. But is this going to group with 4 stalkers? Fighting uphill against 2 sentries and 2 stalkers. Oh! Does get split up, though. The force field segments the army. And that is going to be a trade in favor of Pappy. Art is going to posture over into the triangle third of Pappy. But he only has 3 stalkers. A clear advantage for Pappy on the defense. He does have Warp Gate finished. Both players of the Twilight Council, though Pappy's is going to finish a little quicker, and a Forge follow-up, for that matter, a little quicker than Mr. Art. It's the Hallucinated Phoenix count. Man, Art is on his back foot. Pappy's playing really good. I mean, it's just little subtle stuff. It's nothing game-ending, but just a little subtleties of PvP that can tip the scales pretty easily. Like, we're going to have a faster +1. And Blink, potentially, for Pappy, depending on a Chrono Boost. Art is going to have some good information, though, with the Hallucinated Phoenix. He's like, alright, you get a Forge. Depending, I'd like to see how he uses this information. Yeah, just relentless hallucinations. He's getting all the scouts, wants to see a third. Looks like Pappy is going to go try to secure a quicker third base. Yeah. So Pappy's going to secure his lead is his plan. Though Art does have more of an army, he can be the aggressor. There is no shield battery just yet, so more versus less is rough. The sentries could be helpful. Shield battery in kind of a rough spot. And naturally, Pappy does have to send some stalkers to defend a potential push into the net. Oh, but he's not paying attention. He's going to lose that shield battery potentially. Sentry versus sentry, though. Segments off this army. A little weirder. Oh, this is looking really rough. However, an additional... These are some weird force fields. Art is, again, behind on his blink. Pappy is going to secure this. The shield battery goes down for Mr. Pappy. Oh, these sentries are going down to the 2 adepts. That was a beautiful move from Art, who does have a proxy pylon down here. No warp prism. Oh, this looks like that's going to be another dead shield battery. Some more trades for Art. For the Art man. Cucktastic. What up, Reza? Poppy is going to clean up some of this, though. Art still has some stalkers on the map, but Poppy's about to have +1. Art does have the faster robo, but does just now have his forge finishing up as well, so he's going to start upgrading with all this. All right, that being said, we do have stalkers pushing back to the 3rd base of Art to defend his later 3rd. Art not being able to force a cancel. So Pappy does have a little bit of a lead in terms of income and tech there, but Art is going into disruptors. He's going to have the faster disruptors, which when you're behind in upgrades, I do like it. Poppy is not going to be there for a while. Ooh, Adepts are not going to trade out very well. They don't do quite as well later in the game, but Are we going to see a 4th base come out of Mr. Pappy here? That's what I'm curious to see. He's going for an immortal. We don't see any Archons, but with only 3 gates, this is kind of weird. Neither player was going for a gate explosion until just now. We just see the 4 gate drop for, well, for both of them, really. We're getting into a weird spot. Hear the Cuckmeister. Oh my gosh. Classic Reza. 4th base going on for both players at the same time. Base Reza. Reza, did you catch the battle cruiser versus Zerg games? We had big battle cruisers, and everybody was just thinking of you the whole time. Reza likes those big battle cruisers. You're the Cuckmeister. Oh my god. You're always thinking of Reza? True. You know, I really want some coffee, but it's 7:30 at night, and I gotta make sure my ass is to work earlier on time. If I have to stay up all night, as sick as I am... Dan Macko, what's up? Yeah, I'm pronouncing Pappy different ways. Poppy, Pappy, Pauper, Pops, the Papinator. Let's see how many times I can do it. Palpatine. Papatine, rather. Papadappadappadappadoo. What up, Dan Macko? Another legend in chat. Hey, thanks for the biddy, Saint Savior. Let's go. Papadappadappadap. You might say he's papping. He's not a fapper, he's a papper. Alright, anyway, we got a game going on here, apparently. We got double disrupted production. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Pappy or Poppy? That's part of why. I'm not 100% sure. I was corrected a million times from Platinum Heroes. Lord, the Pappy, the Holy Test. How you doing, Professor Nuggy? And thank you, Saint Savior, for the biddies. And the Utini. The Martini of Jawas. Disruptors are going to be pretty good against this, but it's not really an Archon, super Archon heavy army. But Mr. Pappy, Poppy, whatever the fuck. I love the guy, though. He's a great player. Oh my god, the Disruptor's going into his own static defense is not the play, though. Holy mamma mia. This is some serious carnage and devastation. Oh, but that Disruptor catches some huge value on the aggressive blink forward from Poppy, Pappy, whatever, Pappy Smurf. It's Papa Smurf. He's in the blue. Oh my god, guys, I just realized that's actually what it is. It's truthfully Papa Smurf is all that matters. Oh my god, but he just threw all that stuff. Great catches on the disruptors behind this, though. However, his army's not trading out. He does have 2 immortals, but not a lot of zealots to defend. Ultimately winning that fight. Art with the blink DTs. Art loves his blink DTs, but 10 workers falling and some chiseling into the space from Poppy Pappy Smurf. I think it is Poppy. I'm just gonna say Poppy, Dan Mako. That's very absurd. How astute from you. You must have went to Princeton University. Alright, Art, even with the Observer War, he usually has more out, but Poppy has been doing pretty good. That is fucking funny. I've not pronounced it once the same the entire game. Boom loves the Princeton. See, my chat has gone to Princeton because they're correcting me. They're like, Dave, didn't you go to some Ivy League school to learn those builds? But the DTs and the Shadow Stride. Art's gonna flex with the Invisible Men. There's no static defense for Poppy. A lot of charge, a lot of mortals, but nothing. Nothing. How many observers do you have? Just 1. This is a style. It's one thing about Poppy is he he doesn't usually tech into things too heavy in a lot of his games. Even in PvZ, he went to Princeton Business Center. Big true. Dan Mako actually went to the International School of Sexy. I just want to say that. Oh my god, that beautiful snipe on the War Prism from R. That was a fantastic catch and a fantastic blink. There's so many zealots and so many stalkers coming from Poppy. That, I don't know, look at this. It's forcing a recall to the triangle third of Art. Art does have Dark Templar defensively. Do we see any Robo? There's no Robo Bay. So that's one thing we gotta know. They'll have the +3 advantage. Poppy does not have any extra tech at this point of the game. We are into late game. We're approaching into mid game from the encroachment into mid, and we're not seeing any. And not a lot of a detection, because honestly, observer speed, heck the disruptors even, though I would say you definitely want disruptors. I'd like to see ob speed with these for these DTs. Oh, so many disruptors, but guess what? All of the Novas were used. Battery overcharge is complete, but there's so much Poppy, whatever. The guy, the Protoss that's blue, that does things. Disruptor is gonna target fire a Archon, but fight's going reasonably okay for Poppy, except for Poppy. Son of a bitch. Now I'm gonna be all sensitive about that shit. Alright, Popeye's Chicken losing another War Prism here. How many more ways can I say it wrong? I'm not even hungry and I'm talking about Popeye's Chicken. Like, I literally just was eating. I'm still eating, in fact, while casting. Like a true neckbeard. Can't get much more StarCraft than that, you know, while drinking a Coca-Cola in honor of Frost Giant. You know? Tim and Tim. We all saw it. Well, a bunch of you guys saw it. Blink Stalker Disruptor on the 9 o'clock side of the map, and yeah. Gonna have a 4th reestablished. That losing that 4th was not good for Poppy. Now I'm just gonna mess around with it exactly. Palpatine. Stiltskin. Ooh, another disruptor coming out. This could be a free disruptor catch. Actually, it's a denial for Poppy Princeton the third. There are 2 disruptors in the 3rd base, though. I wouldn't hate these stalkers trying to go get kills on the robotics facilities, because that means less disruptors. And the disruptor kill could do a lot. Actually, he might actually just get that, but the blink forward. Oh, no. Okay, disruptor falls just out of range, but there's another one. Second robo facility going down, though, isn't good. Oh, nice target firing, though. That's the last of the disruptors. I think Art may be going down. 31 workers down behind us from the Zealot Warp, and even with no DTs and no, just like a very minimalist style of Immortal Archon charge lot, Poppy looks like he's just going to take this game for the books. Art is in a lot of trouble, though. One Dark Templar seems to be destroying the 4th base. It doesn't matter. 43 workers going down. It is 90 to 57 supply. We do have some more warpins from our pink Polish Protoss, but oh, battery overcharge. Going to save this base. No warpins over here because everything's going in front to make the kills. 3rd base is going down for Art this time. Battery overcharge barely securing us. A Zealot and a Observer is going to save this base for Art. So Art can actually start fixing his saturation and potentially just win this. More DTs moving out from Art, man. Alright, so Papinator. Archon's OP, but I don't know. I still think it's a little daring not to get in any disruptor tech in the late game, but we don't have Stargate at all. The economy's just too fucked. Alright, I do like the Zealot Warpin. The Observer's there to defend. The DT should be able to go down, especially with an Immortal. But yeah. And there's no, like, one mining base for each player. Actually, there's 2 technically. 2.5 for the Popster. Papa Smurf gonna actually take down another of Art's bases. Still at his nap mining, but I don't know. DT is gonna go try to find some value. We'll get a free Immortal. No, they're gonna go try to pressure into the 3rd base. But realistically, there's not much left of Art to deal with this. A lot of Archons, though. That is kind of scary. Poppy should get retreating a little bit. Okay, DT is going to go into one area where there's, well, 2 areas where there's no detection and no units. Natural in the main with just 2. Could get some work, but realistically, I'd hope Art pays, or sorry, Poppy pays attention to this engagement. He's got to take his fights carefully, but the Observer is out. Poppy's so good, but like, again, he doesn't tech up a lot of times, and it would make his life so much easier. He's actually just in a fantastically better position. Has to be careful of DTs, but it has the tools to deal with them. Ooh, beautiful Shadow Stride, and oh, they are gonna warp away. DT's even saved for the Artman. Oh my gosh. Okay, nice little fight. Zealots hitting the Stalkers first rather than dying into the Archons, but the Archons slowly getting chiseled away one by one, and that is the most expensive component of this pink Protoss army. But there's some static. Very well, that's quite Artosis pylons in the remaining mining base of Art. What a weird game. Okay, Dank Templar gonna help this fight quite a bit. Battery overcharge is activated. I got another Warpin coming in, but cannons and shield batteries going down for Art. I think it's just there. It's been prolonged, but foreseeably there just was more versus less, and decent defense from Pappy. He committed, and GG is called. He takes game number 1 at that. And what a banger of a PvP for game number 1 of that series. Very cool stuff. Moving on to game number 2. And I have to take a brief break. You thought Pappy equals special?
Cutler says Michał Pappy Kralikovsky, born March 30, 2004, is a Polish Protoss player who is currently playing for Platinum Heroes.
See, I wasn't wrong. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ice and Chrome. Representing Platinum Heroes, it is Pappy. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Platinum Heroes as well, it is our pink Polish Protoss, Art. It is 2 Polish Protoss. It happens quite frequently in anything I'm casting, it feels like. But we are moving on. Oh my goodness.
Cuddler says pappy, pappy, pappy.
Pappy, pappy, pappy. Brian is not wrong then. Who are we to refute Brian? It's Pappy. So Dan Macko, we now have an answer. Dave's gonna say it more correct, we know. Alright. Looks like a 2-gate setup for both again. This time on Ice and Chrome, a blast from the past. It's been a fun tournament with this. And it's just day one of it. Excuse me. Gonna blow my... Sorry, chat, the congestion is OP. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of nose blowing. Figured I would spare you all and mute it because that was, woof. I have not been feeling the hottest for the latest bit. Alright. Let's see how. Probes and stalkers, pylons. Looks like PvP. It's probes and stalkers and pylons. It's a lot of P's. Professional mute. Hey, Gene Sim, what up, dude? What up, Gene Simpston? Gene Pimpston? I think you should change your name to Gene Pimp. Gene Pimp and Pog Squirrel. Alright, we do have a double sentry follow-up for both players now. Fascinating. Taking a safer route. Boy Scout, how you doing? Not as many as 4M, Marine, Marauder, Medevac Mine. Well, the pink Polish Protoss, Pappy, from Platinum Heroes. Pink Polish Protoss from Platinum Heroes. Alright, but he's not pink, he's blue. Unfortunately, Art is the pink Polish Protoss from Platinum Heroes, actually. But Pappy, if he was pink and was Polish, Protoss, Platinum Heroes, that's 5. That actually would be pretty good. I think your Pog Squirrel is my overall favorite emote. It's somebody else. It was a picture of a squirrel that I redrew. I saw that and I was like, Pog Squirrel. That needs to be an emote. And you know why? It has absolutely nothing to do with my stream. I think it's the best part about it, right, guys? Like, when is a squirrel mentioned in the stream? Like, never. I'm not even Canadian. I mean, there's a lot of squirrels in upstate New York, though. So, I'm not wrong. You know? Don't you know, eh? Pappy over here. He's getting the units. He's a little on his back foot, but, you know. He's just going into the +1 blink again a little faster, or a little behind. There's so much squirrels in Portland, Oregon. Where are you from? Are you from Portland, Raven? You actually raised a couple squirrels during the pandemic, Splurch? Yeah, okay, Professor Nuggy, you actually agree with me too. I miss this map a bit. I didn't really care for it as much back then, but we learned to appreciate things. I wish we'd actually just see an old map in rotation. Every so often, like they do in Brood War. Just even one. If we add some new maps, add an old one. Rick, the DJ Medley. I'm not your squirrel, buddy. Art does not have blink yet, but neither does Pappy. Great force fields. Pappy's gonna clean this up. And that's just it. Blink is gonna be just a smidge ahead for Art. But Pappy has a good setup. Art has the third base a little quicker. And more army supply, though. But he is behind on +1 again. Going into the robotics facility. I hope to see that out of Pappy this game a little quicker. Just saying, I think we're going to see more Gateway Man. You named him Riley and Jonesy from Letterkenny or Squirrels? That's funny. Big Canadian true. All right, anyway. Gonna see a lot of shields sniped from the stalkers out of Mr. Artman. And a little bit of clearing up here. Oof. Bada bing, bada boom, little cleanup. 2 probes going down and 5 stalkers pressuring in the third base toward Pappy, who does have the higher amount of army units back home. Actually, in total supply, he's higher, and he can trap these stalkers. Yeah, this might be a free bit of stalkers. Actually, the recall was a good decision, but oh, more stalkers trading out for 3 workers. I think that was Kirktown for Pappy. He isn't starting. Okay, he is starting his +2, making a fool out of Caster, man. Art just getting +1 on the way. Pappy already has his lead. Hallucinated Immortal. Big brain play as Immortals are going to start popping up. And there's no robotics facility done yet for Pappy. He's going to get a beautiful blink on the shield battery. Oh my god. So much pressure. There's so many stalkers here. Probes getting pulled, trying to help the fight. Actually doing some pretty good work, but this Pappy blink, he's not blinking these 2. He's underestimating the power of the probes from the pink Polish Protoss from Platinum Heroes. Goddamn, 12 probes falling. This is something. This is a battle, and guess what? Another kill on a shield battery, just an Immortal, and 2 stalkers. A cleared third base mineral line, and guess what? I think this could be it. This game looks more like a cleared paved path to victory for Pappy of the Platinum Heroes. Representing the Polish Protoss everywhere. And that was our 7th series. With that said, I can stack those P's. Please. All right. That was a lot of P's for one series. We have one more series for OSC Elite Rising Star number 4, day 1. This is just day 1 of this tournament. You guys have caught me doing a bunch of them. And I will be back shortly. Gonna make the goodnight phone call to the girlfriend. And the last one is Goblin versus Demny. Well, gang. I want to see who's here still. Let me get some coffee, actually. Fucking hey. Fuck it. I'm either staying up all night to make it in, sick as I am, or I'm fucking passing out early. Sorry, fam. In the middle of working on a kayak pedal fin drives. I had to get some coffee here. It ain't that late. I should be fine. Now it's Goblin versus Demi. Goblin versus Demi. And what do we got here for us? Last best of 3 of the evening. Oops. That sounds like some work, Mr. Fisherman. That sounds like some work. Which I wish I had been at today. Alright, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance. The annoying shiny map. It is our Zorg player, Mr. Demi. And his opponent in the upper left. From Team Roddy. It is Goblin. Yeah, it's tedious. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a pain. I hear pulley cable replacement definitely sounds like a pain in the ass. Speaking of the P words, he's pulling cables and pulleys for his kayak. At least it's not on a pontoon boat, because that'd be even more P's. This time we're gonna have Demi, dangerous Demi of Alpha X, is going against the Goblin, who is not afraid to cannon rush, as some of you guys may know. And he is going to get a Scouterino off into the natural remain.
Carlos Evarundami Emmanuel, born February 27, 1994, is an Indian Zerg player who is currently playing for Alpha X.
True. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, Alexandros. Yeah, he did. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. God damn it. You had to get me, Alexandros. You had to get me. I was getting so tired of those pickled P words. God damn, keep saying P words like this, I'm gonna turn into Pickle Rick. I mean, I am a Protoss, so. I just spit that out fast. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Too many P words in a row. How many packs of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? A Pendicrom. It's not even a word. Looked up long P alliteration. Long P alliteration. Now you're talking dirty, Alexandros. Mamma mia. Chat's got their mind in the gutter. Or does Dave? Or does Streamer? Okay, it is going to be a Stargate opener from Mr. Goblin. Not surprisingly, I have a feeling we're going to see more hero build. Or something like it. But it's Goblin, who knows? It is Goblin. We have all sorts of possibilities. You could go Phoenixes. Think just Streamer. Long P Masters over here. Big True. Yeah, it's looking a little... Yeah, it's looking like a Void Ray maybe, or a Phoenix. Knowing Goblin being on Team Roddy. I'm pretty sure that could be a Phoenix. Nope, it's gonna... Psych, it's just an Oracle. He's got the Stalker coming out. He goes, nah, we're just gonna go on as planned with Oracles. Stalker should take care of this Overlord before too much is done. It is gonna be scouted, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly... Bada bing, bada boom, the Overlord is dead. Got some Ling moving out. Trying to deny the third base, but the third base has come down at 336. What a mad Goblin. Goblin doing the meta. Our monster Grandmaster's Protoss going with the meta. Oh my god. Okay, that was a little bit of bunching, but that forced the Oracle to take the bait going, get a little bit of hull damage, but ultimately it's just a chisel. It's a little Queen Chiselerino with the spines. Nothing too crazy. I do like the two pylons for some reason. I think that gives a advantage for more static defense. We got that Twilight Council Forge follow-up and the third Oracle coming out. 2 Oracle pressure going out again. This build is just so good. And the variations we've been seeing. I actually like some of the double Stargate. Like, psych, just kidding, it's double Stargate ones too. Where it makes people think it's the hero build and it's actually just the... It's like, surprise, it's double Stargate carrier, bitches. We saw that last night. And this Ice Storm open. Mamma Mia Ling's catching a lot of the workers. Alright, third Oracle goes defensively. I don't hate it. And now Mr. Goblin going in with this wall like we saw in previous games here. A little bit of a choke. One pylon is part of it though. But that's a lot of production. Another P word for you, production. And are we going to see a fast as fuck fourth base? Not quite yet. Oracle is still putting pressure on. Jesus, how many P words are we going to have today? Oh my god. Putting pressure on the Protoss player. I mean, what Zerg units even have P in them anyway? You know? Think about it. What Zerg words? You love duck cuddlers almost as much as you love beer? What about me, Reza? You know, Reza's like, I used to be here for Dave, now I'm just here for chat. But you always were here for chat, let's be real. This stream's all about the chat. Even when you guys are all quiet. Alright, Blink is about to finish, as is +1, a little behind it. Little dangerous though, Blink's not quite done. Oh, it's gonna finish up here any second. Will it come in time? Oh, he's on creep. Gonna take some hull damage in the first Stalker. Blink is done now. Oh, we're gonna see some Blink Micro from Goblin. The Oracle's putting some extra work on, but all these transfuses forced except for on one Queen. There is 2 Queens with some energy, one with a good amount. So if that gets sniped, that can be a bit of a problem for a Zerg player. Fourth base is taken extremely fast behind it from at the 12 o'clock position from Goblin. Dirty GG, redeem, go to bed. Oh my god. Why are you doing that, Dirty GG? You're doing me dirty. What up, Home Slice? Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, Stalker's trading out here. Good night, buddy. Are you going to bed? Because you know IS isn't yet. I really should have, though. All right, Roach is getting some damage done here. This is just game number 1, folks. I'm not going to bed right now. I got a whole series to cast, homeboy. He's like, nah, dude. I redeemed it. I gotta change my shit. I still gotta take the time for that, too. Hey, I'm telling you, I have done that one time and it was coincidental. I think I did it and it was goddamn late and I was drunk. When Gene Sim did it, and then I still didn't actually go to bed. I actually did it. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep just yet. It sucks. I know I missed work. Let's hope everything's fucking good. You're absolutely right that I need to go to bed early, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to fall asleep anytime soon. You support this? Yes. I mean, I'm not drinking, so there's that. Alright, this is gonna get clean the F up. And yeah. Jib scam. Oh my god, you guys are all redeeming go to bed. I'm gonna change go to bed to go to Fred. And yeah. Oh my god. Can you stream yourself sleeping? I mean, I could. I mean, Pig does it. Why can't I? I don't have my shit set up for it right now, but I actually could do that. I think I'd have to I'd have to restart OBS. Maybe we'll do a subathon, right? I have to fucking... For every sub, add so much time and da-da-da-da-da. I'll have to plan ahead for that, so I have the camera there. The only thing is I wouldn't be able to do it when I work. I can't have my shit going, like it wouldn't work out. Do they cancel each other out? Double go to bed? I mean, yeah, maybe. That is funny. Each sub adds sleep time. Everybody's like, Dave, we don't want you streaming, so you're gonna sub for me to go. Yeah, GD's called. Goblin takes it. I mean, I have to finish the series at least, guys. We got 2 more games potentially. Possibly 1 more game. You know? 16-hour nap. I ain't sleeping for 16 hours. I mean, technically I could go to sleep, stream it, and then wake up still streaming. Alright, last match. I was kind of hoping to do some ladder, but I mean, I'm pretty shot, not feeling the greatest, so you guys are right. Dan Mackel and Dirty GG saying it. Wow, my casting must be that resident sleeper, huh? Huh? Alright, let's go. Last match. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Berlingrad. Representing Alpha X, it is our red Zerg player, Mr. Demi. I mean, I have to cast this. We're on the last game. Well, I guess we're gonna go to bed after 78 people raid. Cuckoo, thank you for the big raid. We did actually cast your game earlier. I hope you had a great stream. And you have some good night. I had double 100,000 channel points. Oh, I forgot to update the score, by the way. Welcome, everybody. Guys, make sure you give Cuckoo a follow if you're not already. He's a great kid and a great Terran player. From Portugal. Mr. Cuckoo. I called you Coco. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Pro Gamer Cuckoo. We just casted him earlier. He was my first match of the night from Team Roddy. Holy, we don't have any more P alliteration here, at least. You guys missed out on a lot of P's being said. Alright. Hey, thanks for the follow, Acarid. Giddy up. Alright, so we are gonna see a little bit of probe mineral poking. Poking. And gonna see a little gas miner. This is our last series and potentially our last match of the OSC Elite Rising Star. Numero 4. Day number 1. Pretty standard opener from both players. 20 core, 20 Nexus. 20 Nexus, 20 core rather. And your standard gas setup. Nobody in a hurry for anything. Too cheeky. Goblin not cannon rushing like he's known to do from time to time. And yeah, guys, if you're new here, please smash that follow button. Appreciate you, Acrid. Alright. Some ways off for anything to happen. Spawning pool's down. We got our 2 queens, 4 lings, and a drone. Nothing too exciting on a Zerg side. Meanwhile, Protoss, he's probably going to go Stargate. Is it going to be another hero build? It's all we're seeing these days, gamers. Well, not all we're seeing. I hope we see DT Archon or something different. Nope, it's going to be Stargate. No Glaive Adepts. I mean, it could be Glaives. You could use Resonating Glaives as a follow-up to the 3 Oracles. That is a thing. But we are not going to see a third base going at Triangle from Demi. Just a little delayed. But nothing too cheeky otherwise. As we said. It's going to be an Adept Stalker. Prove me wrong, prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Nope, Adept Stalker. And the Ogre Lord is going to go over the Pervert Pillar, and that's it. Well, Mr. Probius is going to go into the natural. Do I really have to go to bed, Dirty GG and Dan Mako? Can I have a little bit of... Mom, can I have a little bit more sleep time? I mean, play time. What do you think, chat? They redeemed for 100,000 channel points. Alright. Can somebody refund Dirty GG's points? Because I'm going to have to if not. Dan Mako. Because so far it's a series into this. Mr. Dirty G and Dan Mako deserve their points. Huh? We don't even have predictions today. What kind of scuffed crap is this? But I mean, I guess I could go to bed after this still. Alright, Oracle and Adept. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tango. It's gonna be a lot of lings though this time. Demi going with a Speedling Inquisition Spore coming down. 2 queens to greet the Oracle in the natural and main. Main base, they're a little out of position though, so that Oracle could still find some good value. That's a lot of lings though. That can certainly take this fight pretty effortlessly. However, there's going to be another Oracle to defend against the third base is... Well, yeah, that Oracle is going to be forced back. It's a damn lot of lings. It's going to be forcing a cancel on the pylon. I actually don't hate this too much from Demi, but the 2 Oracles together are going to be a bit of a problem. He does get some hull damage on the Nexus, but isn't going to be able to deny it against 2 Oracles. Alright, more lings from Mr. Demi. Yeah, exactly. Come on, mods. Somebody can do it. If not, Dave's gonna do it for you. Anybody lurking around here that knows how to do it? We need to have mod school. The mod squad. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that after this game then. Or I will just have to go to bed right after this game. And then I'm gonna have to turn on my stream, then go back to bed again. Or we're gonna stream from bed. I wonder if I could play StarCraft from bed. I technically could. Anyway. You know what? That's what we're gonna do on Dave's Scamathon. I'm gonna have the old wireless trackpad controller. I'm gonna move a computer in my... Yeah, I can figure that out. I'll move in my bedroom. I'll be playing from my TV. That would be some pretty funny stuff. Hey, what up, Foxcatcher? Only if you can join me there. Ooh, woo. You big stud, Foxcatcher. Alright, we get a nice rev tag on the 3 queens in the natural. It is certainly the hero build again. We have that 4 gateways slapped down with that +1 and blink. Too funny, Foxcatcher. Oh man, you need 80k more points. I need to get a better channel point things because it never works. I mean, you guys were serious about that, like, dude, get to bed, but we still be grinding. I want Link pushing on the 4th base of Mr. Well, Actually, these oracles are being darn annoying, killing creep tumors, preventing the spread on the northeast a little bit. But there's a bunch of zealots with no charge, though. It's going to psych them out, okay. And here's the stalker push on the right with the 3 oracles. Got some transfuses. That +1's going to kick in here. That's going to make this actually a little stronger, but it's only 6 stalkers against a way higher Zerg army. That being said, we don't have charge on the way, but we have a robotics facility. I like this. Not enough people add that in the hero build, I think. To date. Okay, we're gonna have probes going in to start saturating the 4th. Goddamn early 4th at that. Which makes the... It's like Protoss played as a Zerg. That's the hero build. It's Zerg toss. And that stasis ward actually helped out a little bit in that fight. This Oracle is going to win the fight. I think one of the 3 did die. But now there's going to be Hydra's. Charge is quite a bit away, but +2 on the way for a Protoss player is pretty nice. Groove Spine's about to complete. Demi playing it a little differently. But there's going to be a pretty significant... actually, our Zerg player is going on +2 as well, so he's catching right up on upgrades. Not too bad for Mr. Zergy Zerg. Hey, how you doing, Tater Tutor? Howdy ho. Welcome, welcome. The Oracle's getting a nice little rev tag. Keeping eyes on the army, but muscular augments in the way for Zerg. +2 gonna finish for Protoss quite a bit before. I don't know why he's killing the rocks. Maybe just to, yeah, he's not really using the terrain to his advantage. Charge is gonna finish up here eventually, but not before they go on creep. And well, the stalker's gonna be annoying, but this is almost like a timing meets anti-timing. Bada bing, bada boom. Surprise, he catches the queen and immediately retreats, but the stalker's on the right flank. Going down, muscular augments finishing up soon, but not quite just yet. Alright, we don't see a quick as hell 5th base just yet, but we will probably. If it's anything like previous games, a robotics bay and another robotics facility going down. So we're going to probably see disruptors. He might just go into Colossi, actually, which I wouldn't hate considering the Hydra production with this. The Stalkers should be able to contend with the Roach Ravager and Zealots, but you're going to start needing Colossi once that muscular augments, groove spines come down. But that's a lot of Zerg here in the choke. Biles missing a bunch of the Zealots, getting wrecked into that little choke point as they hit the roaches. But we are going to see balls. It is balls of steel with the 5th base going at the 3 o'clock location from our Protoss player. So that is a 9:35th. Pretty good timing to say the least. Our Protoss players now ahead on bases over our Zerg and ahead on workers. That's very unlucky for Mr. Demi. So it is going to be a little rough. Demi does have a maxed army supply, but just finishing +2 and Oracle going down is pretty good for him. But Goblins, okay, he did have 3 Oracles, so he still has 2 left. And these Disruptors, where are they at? They're just camping in the net. He needed to move these guys out a little bit, but he wanted to play it safe for some defense. It could be better, but that's why they're trying to send me to bed. A little congested and under the weather, to say the least, and I totally missed work. You know how that is, Tater Tutor. And you know Dave enough. Oh my god, this base is wrecked. Speaking of wrecked, that Disruptor catches a couple Hydras and Ravagers. Very good connect. 4 Goblin. Oh. Oh, that was funny. Oh my god, the Disruptors is causing so much devastation, but there's Protoss everywhere. A Warpin in the main. A run by in the 4th. That's a lot of Zealots, and that's a lot of damage. That's, in fact, enough damage that, dare I say it, with this bank, Demi's got a bank and can't spend it. And he's about to lose his lair. Yeah, this is very unlucky. There is so much Protoss on the map now that, I don't know. Now that it's Blink Stalker Disruptor. There's 2 Oracles still remaining. Yeah, Zerg's got to just, I guess he's just got to try to go fight. Stasis Wardy helping out. But there's just not a lot of army. Demi has the army numbers, and this is his best chance, but Disruptors are going to make this hella difficult. Oh, wow. Drones even pulled into the fight. Perhaps by mistake, but I think he just wanted anything in numbers to try to fight this. And there's going to be a little run by into the remaking base over here. Truthfully, he could just cancel. But he does need to get in to defend that stasis ward. Likely he's going to find some serious value. And does he cancel? Nope, that's a kill. I don't know what Goblin was thinking there. That was a little unlucky for our Protoss player. But it doesn't really matter, truthfully. He's going to go push out Posture and go get some more damage. He has a stasis ward defending, nothing to scout it for. The Zerg, a probe is hiding to potentially go get some more damage. And that's about it. Ooh, Spore's getting some damage done to him. Creep Tumor's getting cleaned up, and yeah. That's the one, a spicy meatball. Oh, God. That's some, not looking good for Demi. And yeah, even what was a layer, now a hatch is going down. Disruptors for days. Disruptor, oh my God, that's like game-ending damage just right there. And there's more where that came from as another disruptor comes and hits. Nice splits from Demi, but I think it's just too little too late. Another Nova. Oh, catching a lot of this. This Zerg army's just getting absolutely obliterated. And that's just a... You just ate a donut, and man, it was wish it was perfect. A donut? Or is that... Am I misunderstanding you, Reza? Donuts are good stuff on occasion. Demi finally just now in lurkers. 12 lurkers is quite good, but it's a little too late. Donut. Oh, exactly. Homer J. All right, another zealot run by on the side. Ironically, in the lurkers, scouting the lurkers. Talk about a counter unit, but at the same time, the supplies is looking really rough. The hatch is... Wow. The only thing Demi had was a bank for a bit, but it's all spent. And Goblin does have disruptors. Stasis Ward, he's going to run off. Does he still have Oracle? He does have an Oracle at least. Oh, but these Novas do catch one lurker. That could have been even more huge. Demi splits, but oh my God, these lurkers are going to do it. Is Goblin actually going to clean this up? Donuts. Oh, exactly. Goblin's going to let him kill another base. Yo, Magic Turtle gifting a sub to Boom. Thank you so much for the 9 months of gifted subs to Boom. Collectively, Magic Turtle has gotten a few of those. Thank you so much. Now Boom can pog Squirrel too. You have food shortages? What are you talking about? Oh, your donuts. Ha! It's a long squirrel cat. I love it, Boom. Long squirrel cat. That is actually a pretty good combo. I think we need a long squirrel. That would be like long Templar. GG. Goblin takes it. And that was the last series. I had to refund some points here because I didn't go right to bed. Which I wouldn't go immediately to bed too, but you know, I didn't have to. Let me get in the mod view here. Thank you guys. That was... I am not going to stay up. Dirty GG and Dan Macko, I will do that. And man, thank you for the sub of the day. The gift sub to Boom, Magic Turtle. Let's see here. I'm going to try to mod my channel. Funnily enough, I did not have that. Ah, fuck. Where's the sword view? Mamma mia. I would have the channel lights to go to bed if it weren't for TTS. I mean, you're not wrong. And then, honestly, it's predictions, too. Let's go to the sections. Rewards requests are again, but holy shit. Let me go down to... Wait, where are they? Do I go to reject all? I'm just gonna do that. Fuck it. There we go. And let me know if your points are refunded. Resonator, Tater Tutor.